Chapter 3091. Gu Fei attacked. With just a punch, Crazy Mo was blasted into a mist of blood. However, Crazy Mo had also cultivated the heavenly demon Undying Body. Such an attack could not hurt him at all. "Who are you?" Crazy Mo stared at Gu Fei, who was standing in the void, and said coldly. At this time, he did not dare to be careless. This person gave him an extremely dangerous feeling. "You don't need to know who I am," Gu Fei said indifferently. As Gu Fei was speaking, Crazy Mo took a step forward and instantly appeared in front of Gu Fei. Crazy Mo was shocked to find that he could not sense the aura of Gu Fei even though he was standing right in front of him. If he could not see it with his eyes, he would not be able to sense Gu Fei's existence. At this time, Black Demon Mountain Lord retreated. Crazy Mo glanced at Black Demon Mountain Lord and then at Gu Fei. "You are the one who wants to snatch my Heavenly Demon Lake's Heavenly Demon Undying Body technique." "Yes, I want to take a look." Gu Fei nodded and said. "It's not easy to take a look at my Heavenly Demon Lake's Heavenly Demon Undying technique. In front of you is a living Heavenly Demon Undying technique." Crazy Mo suddenly said insolently. "Is that so? That's good too. Then let me see what's so special about your Heavenly Demon Lake's technique." Gu Fei stood with his hands clasped behind his back and said calmly, as if he did not put Crazy Mo in his eyes at all. "Haha, you dare to look down on me?" Crazy Mo laughed sinisterly, revealing his arrogance. "It's fine to look down on you." Gu Fei's tone was still calm. "Damn it. I want to see what kind of ability you have. How dare you come to my Heavenly Demon Lake and behave atrociously?" Madman Mo let out a strange cry. He stretched out his hand and grabbed at Gu Fei. A huge hand immediately appeared in the void. In an instant, it became as huge as a mountain. In an instant, it enveloped Gu Fei. The entire world darkened, and the void that was enveloped by the giant hand trembled. Pitch-black spatial cracks continued to appear, like black lightning wreaking havoc. In the face of Lunatic Mo's ultimate move, Gu Fei still had a calm expression on his face. He raised his head and allowed the gigantic palm to descend. A layer of primal chaos divine light emerged from his body. Rumble, Madman Mo's giant palm was like a collapsing mountain, slamming down with a loud rumble. The void collapsed, crushing everything, and in an instant, Gu Fei's figure was submerged under the giant palm. However, a furious roar was heard in the next moment. A ray of chaotic divine light pierced through the giant demonic hand and soared into the sky. "Hee, Lunatic Mo has hit the nail." Up in the sky, Luo Peng laughed when he saw this scene. Lunatic Mo was currently the #1 expert of Heavenly Demon Lake. If the Undying Demon Lord didn't return, he would definitely take over. The gigantic demonic hand retracted. Lunatic Mo's facial muscles twitched. He lowered his head and saw a bloody hole on his right palm. Purplish-black demonic blood was oozing out from it. "Kill." Lunatic Mo's eyes turned red. His pupils were originally blood red, but now, they became even redder. The bloody light that shot out from his eyes was tens of meters long. A violent demonic energy fluctuation erupted from Lunatic Mo's body. The powerful force directly shook the heavens and earth. Lunatic Mo's white hair danced in the wind. However, in an instant, his white hair turned black. This was because every single strand of his hair was emitting a black light. Such an existence could kill a Saint Venerable with just a strand of his hair. This was the strength and terror of a quasi-supreme. "Is he going crazy?" Gu Fei stood in the air. Looking at the crazed Madman Mo, he laughed. Even though Madman Mo was charging towards him, he still didn't move a single inch. Bang! Lunatic Mo, who was almost in a state of madness, directly rushed towards Gu Fei. However, when he was tens of meters away from Gu Fei, he seemed to have crashed into an invisible wall and was directly sent flying. Roar! Lunatic Mo roared in anger. His long hair danced in the wind. His head was covered in demonic blood. His head was actually bleeding from the collision. Seeing this scene, whether it was the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord or the other demons of Heavenly Demon Lake, all of them were stunned. They didn't expect Gu Fei to be so powerful. The strength displayed by Jiu Fei had even exceeded the mysterious demon mountain lord's estimation. I think you should hand over the undying heavenly demon body. Jiu Fei coldly looked at the battered lunatic Mo and said. However, lunatic Mo didn't seem to hear Jiu Fei's words at all. He became even crazier. His head was covered in demonic blood and his face was incomparably hideous. He suddenly grinned at Jiu Fei. His horrifying white teeth were shining. He seemed to have turned into a terrifying beast that could pounce on Jiu Fei at any time. Fine. Since that's the case, I'll send you on your way. Jiu Fei's patience finally ran out. At this time, lunatic Mo had already rushed over. A demonic shadow emerged from his body. It was ferocious and terrifying, and its demonic might shook the 9 heavens. Buzz. Jiu Fei made his move. A chaotic purple light directly rushed out from between his eyebrows. It turned into a Dao sword and slashed towards lunatic Mo. What? Lunatic Mo was taken aback. Although he was called a lunatic by his opponents, he was not a lunatic. His sense of danger had surpassed all the other demons at the same level. Jiu Fei's killing technique made him feel extreme danger. He had a premonition that if he was hit by this sword, even if he cultivated the undying body of the heavenly demon, which was known to make him immortal, he would still die. Swish. Lunatic Mo directly rushed to the side. He wanted to avoid the sword. However, the speed of the sword was too fast. It was so fast that even an expert like lunatic Mo couldn't avoid it. The sword light formed by the chaotic purple light instantly slashed towards lunatic Mo's body. It penetrated through his body, but his demonic body wasn't damaged at all. This was because the sword light didn't want to slash the demonic body, but the primordial spirit. What? Madman Mo's shock was no small matter. The divine ability displayed by the opponent was surprisingly similar to his heavenly devil soul-severing divine ability. However, lunatic Mo didn't have the time to think about other things at this moment. The sword light that penetrated his body was destroying his vitality. It slashed towards lunatic Mo's primordial spirit, directly breaking through the layers of demonic energy. Swish. In the next moment, the chaotic purple light actually rushed out from between lunatic Mo's eyebrows. It flew back towards Jiu Fei and entered his body. At this moment, lunatic Mo stood in the void like a puppet. His eyes were dull. However, he didn't die. This wasn't because lunatic Mo cultivated the undying heavenly demon body. It was because Jiu Fei showed mercy. Jiu Fei hadn't obtained what he wanted. When Jiu Fei retracted the sword light, a dazzling purple light surged out from between his eyebrows again. Within the purple light, a figure could be vaguely seen. The figure directly stepped out from between Jiu Fei's eyebrows and instantly rushed towards lunatic Mo. In an instant, it entered between lunatic Mo's eyebrows. The group of demons were inexplicably shocked when they saw this scene. They didn't even need to think to know what this black-robed youth was doing. He was searching the soul. There were many devils who cultivated this kind of divine ability in the devil race. What are you doing? The demon race experts of Heavenly Demon Lake could no longer sit still. The great clan elder immediately took out a demon weapon. Boom! A ball of demonic light erupted from his hand. The ball of demonic light soared into the sky and turned into a demonic sun that rushed towards Jiu Fei. The demonic energy that was powerful enough to make the great demon Exalt's heart tremble erupted from the demonic sun. It was a demonic orb that was refined from a demonic sun. It was an extremely powerful great demon Exalt's demonic artifact. It was a supreme treasure of Heavenly Demon Lake and was in the possession of the Grand Elder. However, the Grand Elder had no choice but to use it at a time like this. It had to be mentioned that if lunatic Mo was killed by this person, the entire Heavenly Demon Lake would probably be annihilated. Chimph, you overestimate yourself. Jiu Fei extended his right hand and directly grabbed at the incoming demonic sun. He actually grabbed it with a single hand and chaotic force erupted. The demonic sun was actually refined into a demonic orb in an instant. What? Seeing this, the Grand Elder was instantly dumbfounded. This guy was actually so powerful. This had already far exceeded his imagination. It had also exceeded everyone's imagination. The supreme treasure of Heavenly Demon Lake, the demonic young orb, was refined by Gu Fei. This caused all the experts of Heavenly Demon Lake to be extremely shocked. It should be known that it was the supreme treasure of Heavenly Demon Lake. The demonic young orb had always been in the possession of the Grand Elder. This was something that everyone in Heavenly Demon Lake knew very well, how powerful the demonic young orb was. Everyone in Heavenly Demon Lake actually wanted to obtain this demonic artifact. However, no one dared to challenge the authority of the Grand Elder and snatch the demonic young orb from him. However, the demonic young orb had been refined by someone in an instant. How is this possible? All the higher-ups of Heavenly Demon Lake found it hard to accept. What? Is this demonic orb very important to you? Why do you all look at me like this? If that's the case, I'll return it to you, Gu Fei said and suddenly smiled. Then, he directly threw the demonic orb in his hand. What? The higher-ups of Heavenly Demon Lake could not help but be overjoyed. However, in the next moment, they were shocked. The change between joy and shock was too fast. Chapter 3092. Gu Fei used the godly seizing secret technique to read the memories of Crazy Mo's primordial spirit. The group of demons from Heavenly Demon Lake could not sit still when they saw this. They knew that if Crazy Mo was killed, they would also be in big trouble. However, when the great clan elder of Heavenly Demon Lake made his move, everyone was stunned. This black-robed young man had refined the great demon Venerable Demonic Chi demonic young bead in one move. The demonic young bead was a precious treasure of Heavenly Demon Lake. It was extremely powerful. Once the demonic young bead appeared, the demonic young bead would illuminate the sky. Even a great demon Venerable would have to be cautious. Rumble, at this moment, a demonic sun descended from the sky above the group of demons. The entire void shook violently, and pitch-black spatial cracks appeared. What? Seeing this scene, the great clan elder and the second clan elder were so scared that their legs trembled and they almost collapsed to the ground. Even the great clan elder and the second clan elder were scared to such a state, let alone the other experts of the Heavenly Demon Lake. Those fellows behind the great clan elder and the second clan elder were scared out of their wits by the mighty great demon Venerable level demonic might that descended from the sky. They directly collapsed to the ground, unable to even think of resisting. The great demon Venerable demonic might could definitely intimidate all the demons. It should be known that this was an existence that was second only to the extreme demon ancestor. As the demonic sun descended, all the experts of demons under the demonic sun felt their souls tremble. It was as if their souls would be shattered by the mighty demonic might that descended from the sky in the next moment. The aura of death surged into the hearts of all the experts of demons. I don't want to die. Some of the experts of demons roared in despair. Temph, how dare you go against Master? Aren't you courting death? You still say you don't want to die. What a joke. In the distant sky, Demon Venerable Luo Peng said disdainfully when he saw this scene. Phoenix Sparrow Demon Lady was also gloating at the scene in front of her. This, even further away in the void, Liu Mo and Mo Kuei were completely dumbfounded. Just who was this black-robed young man? He was actually so powerful. Just when everyone thought that those unlucky fellows from the Heavenly Demon Lake were going to be killed by Gu Fei, a ball of demonic light suddenly emerged from the second clan elder's body. Within the demonic light, a demonic turtle could be vaguely seen. The devil tortoise shrouded all the devil race experts below, and a powerful great devil Venerable level demonic aura erupted from the devil tortoise. Two great demon Venerable level demonic powers collided. It was terrifying to the extreme. The void between the two demonic powers was constantly being annihilated. This was a scene that left everyone dumbfounded, shocking them to the extreme. In the dusky world, on the back of a demonic tortoise that was even larger than a mountain, there was actually a demonic sun. Gu Fei couldn't help but be moved when he saw this scene. He didn't expect the demons of the Heavenly Demon Lake to have such a powerful demonic artifact. In Gu Fei's view, this was a powerful quasi-supreme demonic artifact. It was a tortoise shell. To be more precise, it was the shell of a demon turtle. Could that be? Seeing the tortoise shell protecting the demons of the Heavenly Demon Lake, Lord Shen Mo couldn't help but be startled. This was a demonic artifact even more famous than the demon Yang Pearl. The origin of this devil tortoise shell was very great. It was the ancestral item of the heavenly demon lake. The so-called ancestral item was an item passed down from the ancestors. In other words, this devil tortoise shell was left behind by the heavenly demon that was born in the heavenly demon lake. The legendary heavenly demon turtle shell. In the distant sky, some of the demons who saw this scene cried out in surprise. This was an extremely powerful ancestral artifact of the heavenly demon lake. Although this ancestral artifact wasn't a supreme ancestral artifact, it wasn't far from it. Some ancient devils had once said that the heavenly demon turtle shell of the heavenly demon lake could transform into a supreme ancestral artifact. Rumble, the huge demon turtle shell carried the demonic sun. This gave the experts of the heavenly demon lake a chance to take a breather. However, activating this demonic artifact wasn't an easy thing to do. The second elder of the heavenly demon lake, who was sitting cross-legged in the void, was already sweating profusely. His clothes were soaked in sweat. He was bitterly holding on. It should be known that he wasn't a great demon venerable. It could be said that he was putting his life on the line to activate the heavenly demon turtle shell. In just a short period of time, the heavenly demon secret treasure had already sucked away 1/3 of the second elder's demonic origin energy. Losing 1/3 of his demonic origin energy in an instant made the second elder's face pale as paper. He looked dispirited. "Quick, all of you, give the second elder a hand," the great elder shouted anxiously. Once the second elder couldn't hold on any longer, the second elder wouldn't be the only one who would suffer. The great elder didn't want to end up dying. He immediately rushed to the back of the second elder and sat down cross-legged. Bam! His right palm hit the second elder's back. An incomparably pure demonic origin energy immediately surged out of his body and flowed along his arm into the second elder's body. When the other demons of the heavenly demon lake saw this, they hurriedly rushed to the back of the great elder and hit him on the back. Like this, the 13 demons quickly formed a line and sat cross-legged in the void. Seeing this scene, the hearts of the demons who were watching the battle from afar trembled. The heavenly demon lake had a kind of divine ability that allowed them to attack together. It seemed that these fellows from the heavenly demon lake were using this divine ability to fight against the black-clothed youth. After the second elder of the heavenly demon lake obtained the support of the great elder and the other 12 experts of the demon race, he immediately became spirited. One had to know that the power of the 12 experts of the demon race was concentrated on him. This powerful demonic power raised the second elder's combat strength to a limit that was infinitely close to the great demon venerable. With the support of the endless demonic origin energy, the second elder fully activated the heavenly demon turtle shell. A terrifying demonic aura erupted, and a demonic turtle carrying a demonic sun soared into the sky. It actually directly rushed towards Jiu Fei in the sky. Interesting. Seeing this, Jiu Fei couldn't help but nod. It seemed that the heavenly demon lake was not without reason, as it could become one of the 3 major forces in the western region. This kind of divine ability that allowed them to attack together was already worth studying. Rumble, Jiu Fei extended his right hand and pressed down. The demonic tortoise that was carrying the doomsday wheel into the sky immediately stopped in the void. What? All the demons who were watching the battle from afar were dumbfounded. This black-clothed youth was too powerful. He only stretched out his hand and he suppressed the soaring heavenly demon turtle shell. To the demons of the western region, suppressing the heavenly demon turtle shell with one hand was like a fantasy story. No one could believe it. The chaotic hand covered the sky and blocked the terrifying demonic turtle that soared into the sky. The powerful chaotic force descended from the chaotic hand and sealed the entire void. No matter how the heavenly demon turtle shell struggled and roared, it couldn't break through the suppression of the chaotic hand. Jiu Fei exerted force in his right hand, and in the next moment, the sound of something cracking immediately came from the demonic sun on the tortoise's back. How is this possible? Hearing the cracking sound coming from the inside of the demonic sun, the demons in the heavenly demon lake below were shocked. However, before they could recover from the shock, A loud boom was heard and the demonic sun exploded. The extremely terrifying destructive power spread out in an instant, and the entire void collapsed in an instant. Even the demon tortoise below the demon sun dissipated in the void. After the demonic turtle disappeared, a huge tortoise shell appeared in the void, emitting a towering demonic chi. The heavenly demon turtle shell was worthy of being the secret treasure of the heavenly demon lake. It actually blocked the terrifying destructive force of the demonic sun's explosion. However, the 13 demons who were protected by the heavenly demon turtle shell coughed out a mouthful of blood. The power of the demonic sun's explosion spread out in all directions, instantly sweeping thousands of miles. Even the countless demons who were watching the battle from afar were affected. Some devil race powerhouses screamed miserably as they were engulfed by the destructive force. Countless demons were forced to retreat, constantly coughing out blood. On the other hand, Luo Peng and the others from the Black Demon Mountain were very comfortable because they were protected by the Black Demon Mountain Lord. They were not afraid of the mighty destructive force at all. Just when all the demon race experts were stunned by Ji Yu Fei's powerful battle prowess, a figure standing high in the sky suddenly rushed out from between the eyebrows of a figure standing in the void. Swoosh! The figure's speed was extremely fast. In just a flash, the figure had already entered between Ji Yu Fei's eyebrows. Then, the mad demon's body fell from the sky. With a plop sound, he fell into the heavenly demon lake below. This, all the devil race's experts were shocked. However, some of the devil race's experts rushed over and dove into the heavenly devil lake. The mad demon is not dead yet. Some demons took action and rescued the mad demon who fell into the heavenly demon lake. Then, they soared into the sky and rushed into the heavenly demon palace that was floating in the void. This heavenly devil palace was a temporary imperial residence left behind by the supreme heavenly devil. This palace was incomparably powerful and was simply a moving super-killing machine. However, it was a pity that the demons of the heavenly demon lake could not use this super-killing weapon with their cultivation and strength. Moreover, even if they could use this super-killing weapon, it would be useless. This was because Ji Yu Fei was not afraid of this super-killing weapon at all. The reason was simple. It was because he had an extreme Dao Saint weapon. Let's go. The demons of the heavenly demon lake worked together to activate the heavenly demon turtle shell to protect themselves. Then, they escaped into the heavenly demon palace. Chapter 3093. Ji Yu Fei obtained the cultivation method of the invincible heavenly demon body from the memories of the crazy demon's primordial spirit with the divine plunder technique. It had to be said that this was a very impressive divine ability. Moreover, this demonic path divine ability was shockingly similar to the 9 secrets of the immortal path, the ascension secret technique. It seemed to have been deliberately created to restrain the 9 secrets of the immortal path. However, when Ji Yu Fei understood this divine ability of the demons, he chuckled. It was simply wishful thinking for the demons to create a divine ability that could restrain the 9 secrets of the immortal path. Until now, no one had been able to surpass the secret technique created by the Supreme Tao Ancestor. Of course, every technique created by a sovereign could be said to be invincible, and every sovereign was invincible in their own era. Therefore, the killing techniques created by other sovereigns might be able to contend against the 9 secrets of immortal Tao. However, this invincible heavenly demon body divine ability could not because it was not an invincible technique created by a true supreme of the demonic path. He's not a supreme, yet he wants to create a supreme technique. He's overestimating himself. Ji Yu Fei came to his senses. At this time, the experts of Heavenly Demon Lake had already escaped into the Heavenly Demon Palace, while the experts of Mystical Demon Mountain surrounded the Heavenly Demon Palace. However, the territory of the Heavenly Demon Lake was very large, and the Heavenly Demon Palace was not the only one. After the experts of the Heavenly Demon Lake in other regions received the news, many experts of the Demon Clan rushed back and surrounded Black Demon Mountain Master and the others. As a result, a strange phenomenon occurred near the Heavenly Demon Palace. The demons of Mystical Demon Mountain surrounded the Heavenly Demon Palace, but outside, the demons of Heavenly Demon Lake surrounded the demons of Mystical Demon Mountain. When Ji Yu Fei learned of the current situation, he could not help but smile bitterly. He did not expect such a thing to happen. Although the strength of the experts in the periphery of Heavenly Demon Lake was not as strong as the experts of Heavenly Demon Lake trapped in the Heavenly Demon Palace, they should not be underestimated. The periphery of Heavenly Demon Lake was filled with demonic shadows. Demonic chi blotted out the sky, and demonic beasts roared and roared, emitting earth-shattering roars. There was also the devil bird circling high in the sky, casting a huge black shadow. No matter how many ants there are, they are still ants. They won't amount to anything. Ji Yufei said with a smile. Master, what do we do now? Should we start a massacre? Luo Peng said to Ji Yufei. His eyes were filled with madness and bloodlust. For demons, harvesting lives was actually a good way to cultivate. Suit yourselves. Ji Yufei said. He had no interest in these low-level demons. Of course, there were also a few extremely powerful existences among the countless demons. However, among the demons, the strongest one was only at the peak of the demon venerable level. Under the command of the 3 demon sovereigns, the countless demons surrounding the Heavenly Demon Lake sealed off the entire Heavenly Demon Lake. Unless the great demon venerables made a move, no one could easily break in from the outside. Similarly, no one could easily break out from the inside. Haha, it's been a long time since I had a good time. Luo Peng couldn't help but lick his lips when he heard this. The look in his blood-red eyes became even crazier. Black Demon Mountain Lord, how dare you come to my Heavenly Demon Lake and act so presumptuously? You're simply courting death. At this moment, before Luo Peng could show his might, a great demon directly walked out from the Heavenly Demon Lake's army. Rock Demon. Luo Peng's eyes lit up when he saw the great demon. This great demon was one of the 3 great demon emperors of Heavenly Demon Lake, the Rock Demon Emperor. The Rock Demon Emperor controlled the countless demons under the Heavenly Demon Lake. He was the one who gathered the countless demons to surround Black Demon Mountain Lord and the others. Countless demonic shadows appeared in the surroundings. They seemed to be in a mess, but in fact, they were hiding an extremely powerful formation. The Rock Demon Emperor wasn't stupid. One should know that Black Demon Mountain Lord was a great demon venerable. If Black Demon Mountain Lord wanted to kill him, it would be as easy as flipping his hand. If he didn't have something to rely on, he definitely wouldn't be stupid enough to come and die. Things are getting interesting. At this moment, Ji Yufei raised his head and looked at the dusky sky. A cold light suddenly flashed in the depths of his eyes. Heavenly Demon Lake really wasn't simple. Rumble. The tightly shut gates of the Heavenly Demon Palace suddenly shook. On the walls of the Heavenly Demon Palace, countless demonic patterns appeared and interweaved, forming a mysterious and profound demonic diagram. Then, the entire void seemed to be resonating with the demon diagram that appeared on the Heavenly Demon Palace. The demon diagram that appeared on the Heavenly Demon Palace triggered the power of the world. What? Seeing this scene, Luo Peng and the other great demons of Black Demon Mountain couldn't help but change their expressions. Boom! At that moment, a loud sound rang out from the mountain ridges outside the demonic lake. A towering mountain suddenly exploded. After that, a stone pillar shot into the sky and pierced into the boundless sky. Then, in another direction, a loud noise sounded as well. A stone pillar broke through the ground, rushing out from the ground, directly piercing into the horizon. Following that, loud sounds came from all directions. A total of 9 stone pillars emerged from the ground, surrounding the entire Heavenly Demon Lake from 9 directions. The 9 stone pillars, which were taller than mountains, were carved with countless inscriptions. An extremely ancient and vicissitude aura spread from the 9 stone pillars. Seeing this, Ji Yufei didn't make a move immediately. Instead, he stared at the demon diagrams on the stone pillars. They were similar to demon formations. At this moment, the demon diagrams on the 9 stone pillars lit up and resonated with the demon diagrams that appeared on the Heavenly Demon Palace. We're actually trapped. Phoenix Sparrow Witch's voice trembled when she saw this. No one had ever been able to break the great formation of Heavenly Demon Lake. Once the great formation was activated, it wouldn't stop until blood was shed. The demonic aura emitted from the 9 stone pillars grew stronger and stronger. It was as if an extremely terrifying demon was gradually awakening from its slumber. Ha ha! You're all tired of living if you want to take advantage of my heavenly demon lake. A burst of crazy laughter came from the heavenly demon palace. A terrifying demonic might burst out from the heavenly demon palace. A huge demonic shadow appeared above the heavenly demon palace. Endless demonic clouds lingered around the demonic shadow. Seeing this, all the demons were extremely shocked. Even a great demon venerable like Black Demon Mountain Lord felt a great deal of pressure. The power of the heavenly demon, Black Demon Mountain Lord raised his head and looked at the demonic figure that was countless times larger than a mountain. His blood-red eyes couldn't help but narrow. His gaze was like a needle piercing out from the depths of his eyes. The demons from the mystical demon mountain began to panic, but Jiu Fei remained calm as he watched the scene unfold, as if he was an outsider watching from the sidelines. Rock Demon, what are you trying to do? Venerable Luo Peng roared at the great demon in the distance. Haha, I'm not trying to do anything. I just want to kill you all. The demonic Rock Emperor laughed. Although he was also surrounded by the 9 stone pillars, he was the leader. He was the one who started everything. Come here. I promise I won't beat you to death. Luo Peng crooked his finger at the demonic Rock Emperor with a gloomy expression. But I'm going to beat you to death. The demonic Rock Emperor smiled sinisterly. Then, he disappeared into the void without a trace. However, in the next moment, bang! A dull thud was heard. Venerable Luo Peng was suddenly sent flying by a fist that appeared out of nowhere. Roar! Luo Peng roared in anger. He was sent flying thousands of feet away. A small part of his body on the left was smashed into a bloody mess. Demonic blood dripped down continuously. Rumble! The sound of wind and thunder came from Luo Peng's body. Rays of demonic light surged out from his body. The left side of his body was healing at a speed visible to the naked eye. Soon, his demonic body was completely healed. However, his clothes were still tattered. A loser dares to act so presumptuously in front of me? Aren't you courting death? The demonic Rock Emperor's voice resounded in the void. However, Luo Peng couldn't pinpoint the demonic Rock Emperor's exact location. The demonic Rock Emperor's movement technique was just too fast. Luo Peng was both shocked and furious. It turned out that he was indeed defeated by the demonic Rock Emperor. However, that was something that happened thousands of years ago. But now, Luo Peng tragically discovered that he was still no match for the demonic Rock Emperor. The demonic Rock Emperor had clearly mastered the terrifying movement technique of the demonic Rock Clan. The demonic Rock Clan was known for their speed. In the inheritance of this clan, there was an extreme speed technique. If one mastered this technique, they would possess the fastest speed in the world. Bang! Luo Peng was once again blasted away by the demonic Rock Emperor. This time, his demonic body was almost blasted apart. If the demonic Rock Emperor hadn't been merciful, he would have been blasted into a bloody mist. The demonic Rock Emperor wasn't in a hurry to kill Luo Peng. He hadn't had enough fun yet. At this moment, a demonic net descended from the sky towards the demonic Rock Emperor. The phoenix sparrow which had made her move. The demonic net enveloped the surroundings and trapped the demonic Rock Emperor. Ha ha! Within the demonic net, the demonic Rock Emperor burst into laughter. Then, an even more powerful demonic force erupted from his body. Clang! A sword cry rang out from the demonic Rock Emperor's body. In the next moment, an extremely sharp swordlight shot out from the demonic Rock Emperor's body. The swordlight actually broke through the demonic net that trapped him. The demonic Rock Emperor broke free. At the same time, the incomparably huge demonic formation began to operate. The entire void seemed as though it was going to be obliterated in an instant. What? Chapter 3094. The demonic formation in front of him gradually began to operate. The demonic aura was earth-shattering. Even when the entire world was about to be obliterated by this demonic power, Jiu Fei still had no intention of making a move. What should we do? The experts of the mystical demon mountain panicked. The demonic aura emitted by the super formation was too powerful. It was as if an extreme demon ancestor was awakening. Even a great demon ancestor like the mystical demon mountain lord was frightened by this demonic aura. In fact, the mystical demon mountain lord had long felt uneasy. However, he never thought that the demonic lake would have such a shocking method. The supreme demonic aura emitted by the 9 stone pillars resonated with the demonic aura that erupted from the demonic palace in the center of the 9 stone pillars. The entire void surrounded by the 9 stone pillars was sealed by a powerful demonic power. At this time, even a great demon venerable would not be able to escape from inside. The mystical demon mountain lord thought for a moment and then stretched out his right hand. A ball of demonic light immediately emerged from his palm, emitting a powerful wave of demonic power. Swoosh! The ball of demonic light in the mystical demon mountain lord's hand flew out and directly smashed into the void outside the 9 stone pillars. Boom! With a loud bang, the ball of demonic light that the mystical demon mountain lord shot out exploded in the void. Transparent ripples appeared in the void and spread outwards. The demonic light that exploded immediately dissipated in the void. What? Luo Peng and the phoenix bird which were dumbfounded when they saw this scene. Even the mystical demon mountain lord could not break the sealing power of this super formation. An extreme demonic formation. How could this be? This is definitely the work of the great demon ancestor. Luo Peng gritted his teeth and said. He glanced at Ji Yufei and found that Ji Yufei was not nervous at all. He was even looking around curiously. The demonic lines that emerged from the 9 stone pillars and the demonic lines on the demonic palace did not seem to be from the same great demon ancestor. However, the 9 stone pillars and the demonic palace were a magical combination. Although the demonic lines did not originate from the same source, they could display the strongest demonic power and condense the extreme demonic power. Although they were all demons, the demonic lines mastered by each great demon were different. Especially the peerless demons at the great demon ancestor level, the demonic lines mastered by these existences were even more different. The demonic lines mastered by the great demon ancestor level existences were also unique. Countless predecessors had already confirmed this fact. No one could become a supreme being on the same path. If one wanted to become a supreme being, they could only walk their own supreme path. Although Ji Yufei was a cultivator, the martial Tao was only a general direction. The martial ancestor had only pointed out a cultivation direction for him, a path that could allow him to become a sovereign. Although he was also a cultivator, Ji Yufei had walked on his own path of transformation. This was a path that belonged to him, a path that no one had walked before. Of him might have taken this path before but of Ji of the path of the demon ancestor of. In Ji Yufei's opinion, although there were many paths, there were not many people or other living beings who could take them. Since ancient times, there had only been a few great demon ancestors. The human race was definitely at a disadvantage, but there were quite a few supreme beings among the other living beings. However, the demons could contend with all living beings in the world. This was enough to show how powerful and terrifying the demons were. There were definitely many great demon ancestors among the demons. Rumble, at this moment, the world shook. The 9 stone pillars that pierced the sky began to emit destructive demonic light. It was a terrifying demonic power that was enough to destroy everything. At the same time, a destructive demonic light spread out from the demonic palace. The void was enveloped by the demonic light and was annihilated. Nothing was left behind. Ha, all of you can wait for your deaths inside. I'm not going to keep you company. The demonic rock emperor laughed heartily and crushed a jade talisman in his hand. A ball of demonic light immediately erupted from his hand and instantly enveloped him. This guy is trying to escape. Demon Venerable Luo Peng couldn't help but exclaim. However, the next moment, demonic rock emperor couldn't laugh anymore. He was shocked to find that although he was enveloped by the demonic light, he couldn't escape. How is this possible? Demonic rock emperor was shocked. This kind of thing had never happened before. This was a jade talisman refined by the demons that could travel through the void. As long as he crushed this jade talisman, demonic rock emperor could escape the super formation of the demonic lake. However, everything that was happening right now had exceeded the demonic rock emperor's expectations. Even Demon Venerable Luo Peng and the others were shocked. They knew very well that once the demonic talisman was crushed, Demonic Rock Emperor could leave this place. Of course, Luo Peng also had such a demonic talisman with him. Unfortunately, the demonic talisman in their hands couldn't pass through the void sealed by the super formation. This was because Demonic Rock Emperor had left a way out for himself. "It's you!" Demonic Rock Emperor suddenly shouted as he stared at someone in horror. The demons of Black Demon Mountain looked in the direction of Demonic Rock Emperor's gaze. When they saw that person, they were also stunned because that person was their master, Jiyu Fei. At this moment, Jiyu Fei was looking at Demonic Rock Emperor with a smile. A force of the Great Path spread out from his body and shackled Demonic Rock Emperor from a distance. "How did you do it?" Demonic Rock Emperor's voice trembled. At this moment, the destructive demonic light that spread out from the 9 stone pillars was gradually obliterating them. This was the power of the Great Path. No one could resist it, not even the Great Demon Venerable. "This is just a small trick," Jiyu Fei said nonchalantly. When the demons heard what Jiyu Fei said, they were a little speechless. This was a small trick. He had shackled a Great Demon Venerable who was using the demonic talisman. Even among the demons, a Great Demon Venerable was a supreme existence and was only weaker than a Great Demon Venerable. It was no small trick to be able to shackle a Great Demon Venerable. "Master," at this moment, Phoenix Sparrow Witch said anxiously. The super formation of Demonic Lake was operating. The 9 stone pillars and Demonic Palace were emitting the most dazzling demonic light. The Great Path's demonic might began to appear. This was a kind of demonic might that could suppress the heavens. Only a trace of this demonic might leaked out from the Demonic Palace, but it was already enough to make the demons on Demonic Mountain extremely terrified. "Rock Demon, hurry up and stop this demonic formation," Luo Peng shouted at Demonic Rock Emperor, who was shackled in the demonic light. He did not want to die here, but once the demonic light was obliterated, everyone here would be destroyed in body and soul. "Then hurry up and ask him to let me go." Demonic Rock Emperor was also extremely terrified. He was one of the 3 great demon emperors of Demonic Lake, so he naturally knew the power of this super formation. This was a formation that the Great Path Demon Venerable had personally set up. It was meant to be used to turn the tide when Demonic Lake was facing a life-and-death situation. "Haha, do you think I'm a fool? If we let you go, we'll really die without a burial place." Luo Peng was so angry that he laughed. "I don't want to die either. Hurry up and let me go." Demonic Rock Emperor was extremely anxious. At this moment, the destructive demonic light emitted from the 9 stone pillars and Demonic Palace was about to be obliterated. A huge mountain that was illuminated by the demonic light instantly turned into flying ashes. Many creatures on this demonic mountain next to Demonic Lake also suffered a calamity. Lord Mountain Lord, more than a dozen powerful demons surrounded by demonic chi stood behind Mountain Lord Black Demon. At this moment, these demons could no longer sit still. All of them were anxious and uneasy. "Don't be impatient," Mountain Lord Black Demon said. He was also very nervous. After all, no matter how powerful an existence was, it was inevitable for them to be nervous in the face of death. However, Mountain Lord Black Demon looked very calm on the surface. "It doesn't seem impossible for me to let you go," Jiyu Fei said all of a sudden. "Hurry up and let me go. Hurry up." Demonic Rock Emperor roared in horror because the destructive demonic light was already very close to him. The void behind him was constantly being obliterated, and it was rapidly approaching the Demonic Rock Emperor. Shrouded in the demonic light, he wanted to struggle, but apart from being able to speak, he couldn't even move a finger. "What conditions? What do I have to do for you to let me go?" Demonic Rock Emperor hurriedly said. He was somewhat incoherent. "Smart. It's actually very simple. As long as you become my slave, I'll let you go," Jiyu Fei said. What? Hearing this, Demonic Rock Emperor couldn't help but be startled. "What? If you're not willing, then forget it," Jiyu Fei said indifferently. At this moment, the demonic light obliterated, and the void less than 100 jong behind Demonic Rock Emperor began to be obliterated. I'm willing. Who said I'm not willing? I'm extremely willing. Demonic Rock Emperor hurriedly said. At this time, he couldn't care about anything else. The most important thing now was to survive. Compared to his own life, everything else had to stand aside. Come here. Ji Fei waved his hand, and the demonic Rock Emperor immediately flew towards him. Then, he stretched out his right hand and pointed at the center of the demonic Rock Emperor's eyebrows. It's not a bad idea to subdue a rock as a mount. Ji Fei retracted his finger and said. The demons of Black Demon Mountain were somewhat speechless when they heard Ji Fei's words. This was the demonic Rock Emperor, one of the 3 great demon emperors of Heavenly Demon Lake. It seemed like Ji Fei was only barely satisfied with being able to subdue such an existence. At this time, the demonic Rock Emperor was extremely depressed. He could feel that there seemed to be something in the depths of his soul, but he didn't know what it was exactly. Don't even think about betraying me. Your life and death are in the hands of a single thought. Ji Fei said. What? Chapter 3095. Ji Fei easily subdued the demonic Rock Emperor. Of course, the demonic Rock Emperor didn't really submit to Ji Fei. If he didn't submit to Ji Fei, he would die. Naturally, the demonic Rock Emperor didn't want to die. He could only choose to submit to Ji Fei. Of course, this was only temporary. However, when he sensed the abnormality in his body, he was instantly scared out of his wits and was stunned. His life and death were really in the hands of this black-robed young man. Demonic Rock, why aren't you stopping? What are you waiting for with this demonic formation? At this time, Devil Venerable Luo Peng roared at the demonic Rock Emperor. The supreme demonic formation was still operating, and the destructive demonic light was still coming towards them. If they didn't stop the demonic formation, everyone would be wiped out. Got it. The demonic Rock Emperor quickly flipped his right hand, and an array board immediately appeared in his hand. He activated the technique, trying to stop the great formation. However, the next moment, the demonic Rock Emperor was dumbfounded. He was shocked to find that the technique he used had no effect. The super great formation was still operating. What's going on? The demonic Rock Emperor was really shocked. He didn't want to die, but the array board in his hand didn't respond at all even though he continuously activated the technique to control the supreme demonic formation. Demonic Rock Emperor, what are you doing? Some of the demons from Black Demon Mountain roared at the demonic Rock Emperor. If they didn't stop the demonic formation, everyone would die. The group of demons from Black Demon Mountain didn't look at the demonic Rock Emperor in a good mood. At this time, the demonic Rock Emperor was so anxious that he was sweating profusely. He changed several techniques, but none of them worked. The array board in his hand didn't respond at all. Old Bear, Black Mountain, where are you? Come out quickly. The demonic Rock Emperor roared at the outside of the demonic formation. He was summoning the other 2 demon emperors of Heavenly Demon Lake, the demonic Bear Emperor and the Black Mountain Emperor. Boss, you called us? A voice came from outside the peerless demonic formation. This voice was like a great bell. Although it was very far away, it still shook the ears of the demons of Mystic Demon Mountain. Hurry up and stop this demonic formation. Demon Rock Emperor roared. Boss, I'm really sorry. We can't help even if we wanted to. The voice sounded again. What? The demonic Rock Monarch was shocked when he heard that. Old Bear, Black Mountain, how dare you disobey my orders? Devil Rock Emperor's voice trembled. He was furious. Boss, there's nothing we can do. The array formation is no longer under our control. Another voice rang out. This voice was erratic, like a ghost whispering in everyone's ears. Devil Rock Emperor panicked. He knew that those fellows from the Heavenly Devil Palace wanted him dead. Only those fellows from the Heavenly Devil Palace could truly control the devil formation. Rock Demon, we will forever remember your heroic sacrifice in the hearts of the entire demonic lake. At this moment, an old voice came from the Heavenly Devil Palace that was emitting endless demonic light. This voice was familiar to everyone because it was the voice of the great clan elder of Heavenly Devil Lake. When the devil experts of the Black Demon Mountain heard this, they were all inexplicably shocked. This great clan elder of the demonic lake was really cruel and merciless. Ji Fei smiled and did not say anything. At this time, the destructive demonic light emitted by the super array was about to be obliterated. However, Ji Fei's face remained calm at this critical juncture. He did not show the slightest trace of nervousness. Even the Lord of Mystic Demon Mountain did not know what Ji Fei was planning. "We're dead meat," someone among the demons of Mystic Demon Mountain said in despair. "Sacrifice your head. If you know what's good for you, stop the array formation and let me out. Otherwise, we'll die together." Devil Rock Emperor roared. "Haha, you're thinking too much. Only the fish will die, but the net will not be broken." The great clan elder's voice sounded again. Hearing this, Devil Rock Emperor's expression changed and his eyes became somewhat complicated. He had served Heavenly Devil Lake for countless years and fought for them. Even if he did not make any contributions, he still worked hard. However, he did not expect that these guys from Heavenly Devil Lake would treat him like this. This made Devil Rock Emperor's heart turn cold. Boom! Devil Rock Emperor exerted force in his right hand. The array plate in his hand immediately exploded and turned into ashes. However, even if the array plate was destroyed, the super array would not stop. The great clan elder of Heavenly Devil Palace had complete control of the array. "You're dead meat, haha," the great clan elder laughed crazily. At this time, the destructive demonic light had already obliterated the group of demons of Mystic Demon Mountain. They were about to be obliterated. Just when everyone was in despair, there was a deafening sound. Then, an ancient tablet rushed out from Ji Fei's hand and floated in the sky. The power of the three realms erupted from the ancient tablet and enveloped the group of demons of Mystic Demon Mountain. The destructive demonic light that was coming from all directions was immediately blocked. What? The group of demons of Mystic Demon Mountain was shocked and overjoyed when they saw this scene. Even Devil Rock Emperor, who was most familiar with the power of the super array, was dumbfounded when he saw this scene. A stone tablet could actually block the destructive demonic light. Could it be that this stone tablet was an extreme Dao artifact? Heavenly Devil Lake super array could gather extreme demonic power. The only power that could compete with extreme demonic power was extreme power. Rumble, the two extreme powers collided, causing the entire super array to shake. The sky collapsed, the earth sank, and even Heavenly Devil Lake was collapsing. The lake water rushed up to the sky. Seeing this scene, everyone was shocked to the extreme. No one had thought that things would develop to this point. The appearance of extreme power was beyond everyone's imagination. How is this possible? Voices of disbelief came from Heavenly Devil Palace. In my opinion, nothing in this world is impossible. Ji Fei looked at the palace that was emitting endless demonic light in the sky and said. At this time, Heavenly Devil Palace was simply a super fortress. It was definitely not an easy thing to break through this fortress. "Master, what should we do? Please tell us." Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord came to Ji Fei's side and said. "Wait to take over Heavenly Devil Lake," Ji Fei said. Then, he took a step forward. In an instant, he broke through the destructive demonic light and arrived in front of Heavenly Devil Palace. There was an extremely overbearing aura on his body. This was the aura of the peerless ominous saber. He used the ominous saber to protect himself and directly arrived in front of Heavenly Devil Palace. "What do you want?" A roar came from Heavenly Devil Palace. This voice belonged to the second elder of Heavenly Devil Palace. "Haha, this little guy is just putting up a last-ditch struggle. Since ancient times, no one has been able to break this great array." Someone in Heavenly Devil Palace laughed and said. "Is that so? I hope you can still laugh later." Ji Fei suddenly grinned and said. At the same time, he flipped his right hand and a black saber immediately appeared in his hand. An extremely violent and terrifying aura erupted from the black saber. The shadow of a dragon could be vaguely seen on the black saber. It seemed as though it could pounce out from the saber at any time. Extreme Dao Saber. The experts of demons in Heavenly Devil Palace exclaimed. "Have a taste of my saber." As Ji Fei said that, He held the saber with both hands and slashed at Heavenly Devil Palace in front of him with all his might. An extremely sharp saber light immediately rushed out from the peerless ominous saber and turned into a huge dragon. It charged at Heavenly Devil Palace with its fangs and claws bared. The destructive demonic light that spread out from Heavenly Devil Palace could not stop Jiu Fei's saber light at all. The dragon shadow directly broke through the layers of demonic light. Boom! With a loud bang, the dragon shadow directly collided with Heavenly Devil Palace. Heavenly Devil Palace immediately shook violently. Countless demonic patterns emerged and intertwined on Heavenly Devil Palace. However, the power of the peerless ominous saber's attack was shocking. Cracks appeared on Heavenly Devil Palace as though it was about to collapse. The experts of demons hiding in Heavenly Devil Palace were scared out of their wits. No one had ever been able to shake Heavenly Devil Palace. But now, this black-robed young man had done it. Again. Jiu Fei roared. His long hair danced in the wind as he slashed out with his saber again. There was no suspense. The power displayed by the peerless ominous saber was too amazing. Even a super formation could not contend with it. Jiu Fei's saber slashed at some stone pillars. Wherever the saber light passed, the void between heaven and earth was annihilated. When the saber light hit the stone pillars, they were directly split in half. The top half fell from the sky. The super formation of Heavenly Devil Lake, which no expert had been able to break since ancient times, was broken by Jiu Fei at this time. As soon as the 9 stone pillars fell, the terrifying destructive demonic light disappeared immediately. The extreme demonic power also dissipated in the void. Seeing this scene, both the demons of Heavenly Devil Lake and the experts of demonic path from Black Demon Mountain were shocked to the extreme. The combat power displayed by Jiu Fei was too amazing and terrifying. Master is mighty. At this time, the experts of demons from Black Demon Mountain cheered. Jiu Fei had no intention of stopping. He waved his saber again. This time, he slashed at Heavenly Devil Palace again. The extremely sharp saber light fell directly on Heavenly Devil Palace like a divine rainbow. Catcher! More cracks appeared on Heavenly Devil Palace. The entire Heavenly Devil Palace was on the verge of collapse. It seemed as though it would collapse into countless pieces at any time. Stop! Stop slashing! Chapter 3096. Jiu Fei used the 3 boundaries monument to open up a part of the void, protecting all the devil race experts of the mystical demon mountain lineage under the 3 boundaries monument. Meanwhile, he himself held a peerless ominous saber in his hand and directly killed his way to the mystical demon palace. With just 2 strikes, Jiu Fei had left countless cracks on the sky demon palace. It looked like it could collapse at any time. Jiu Fei was extremely powerful. He brandished the peerless saber in his hand once again. He felt the essence energy in his body surge into the peerless saber like a river bursting through a dam. Roar! An extremely ferocious and domineering dragon shadow immediately rushed out of the peerless saber and lunged at the sky demon palace. It was like a peerless dragon had been reincarnated. Within the sky demon palace, all the experts from the Sky Demon Lake were extremely shocked when they saw this scene. The saber in the other party's hand was just too domineering and ferocious. Since ancient times, there had never been such a powerful weapon in the Chaos Demon world. The black saber in the other party's hand was definitely the most terrifying weapon in the world. Boom! The saber beam that had taken the form of a dragon directly collided with the Sky Demon Palace. In the next moment, a corner of the Sky Demon Palace collapsed. More than a dozen demonic shadows flew out of the shattered corner of the Sky Demon Palace with screams. Then, they instantly exploded into a dozen clouds of blood mist in the void, their bodies and souls destroyed. Rumble! The dragon-shaped saber beam directly wrapped around the Sky Demon Palace tightly. It was like a real peerless dragon as its huge body emitted a monstrous killing intent. The experts from the demons in the Sky Demon Palace felt despair. The entire Sky Demon Palace constantly produced cracking sounds as it crumbled under the entanglement of the dragon. What do we do? I don't want to die. Cries of extreme terror came from the Heavenly Devil Palace. The devil experts of the Heavenly Devil Lake rushed out of the palace like madmen. However, Just as these demons rushed out of the Sky Demon Palace, they instantly turned into clouds of blood mist. Their bodies and souls were immediately destroyed. Even their essence souls couldn't escape. The extreme Tao's ferocious might on the peerless dragon was enough to annihilate even a quasi-supreme, let alone these devil-venerable level existences. Under the might of the extreme Tao, only those with the protection of the extreme Tao would be able to survive. At that moment, the extreme Taos might spread out in all directions, and countless demonic cultivators in the periphery of the heavenly demon lake died. They fell from the sky like raindrops. Even the strongest demonic Bear Emperor and Black Mountain Emperor were no exception. The ferocious might of the extreme Tao surged forth, and they instantly perished, leaving only their bodies that were covered in cracks as they fell from the sky. The demonic Bear Emperor and the Black Mountain Emperor of the heavenly demon lake were both infamous demons. However, in the face of extreme ferociousness, they were not even comparable to ants. When the extreme Tao ominous might erupted, it was unknown how many devils in the primal chaos devil world were alarmed. Terrifying devil might spread out from some places, and there were great devils roaring indistinctly. Boom! A devil mountain in the eastern region of the chaos devil world suddenly exploded, and a devil coffin rushed out. In an instant, the entire world was enveloped by the devil aura emanating from the devil coffin. All the living beings within a radius of 10 million miles were terrified to the extreme. In the next moment, the devil coffin that was suspended high in the sky emitted a terrifying devouring power. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth within a radius of 10 million miles immediately gathered towards the devil coffin. Very soon, a devil shadow that could cause the world to tremble appeared from the devil coffin, overlooking the heavens. At the same time, in other regions of the chaos devil world, powerful devil might also spread out. Some peerless demons that had disappeared for countless years had jumped out. Some demons even saw the figure of the extreme Tao demon ancestor walking around in the chaos devil world. However, all of this was not what Jiu Fei needed to be concerned about. What he needed to do now was to slash those fellows hiding in the heavenly demon palace out of the heavenly demon lake. A ferocious dragon that was as huge as a mountain coiled around the heavenly demon palace tightly. Although it was formed by saber aura, it was condensed and did not dissipate. This caused the upper echelons of the heavenly demon lake in the heavenly demon palace to be extremely shocked. Buzz! The heavenly demon palace shook, and ancient demonic patterns appeared on the brick walls of the palace. An extremely terrifying demonic power surged out from the inside of the palace. Those fellows from the heavenly demon lake would not sit still and wait for death. They activated the internal formation of the heavenly demon palace with all their strength, wanting to make the palace erupt with the last of its power. Immediately, a huge devil shadow appeared from the heavenly demon palace and directly rode on the ferocious dragon that was coiled around the palace. It raised its fist and smashed it towards the head of the ferocious dragon. This was an absolutely shocking scene. All the devil experts of the Black Demon Mountain were stunned by the scene in front of them. Two forces of the extreme way actually materialized and fought against each other. Even the Lord of the mystical Demon Mountain was dumbfounded when he saw this scene. Under the protection of the Three Boundaries Monument, the Lord of the mystical Demon Mountain and the others were not affected by the extreme ferocious might of the Three Boundaries Monument. The Three Boundaries Monument activated the power of the three realms and blocked the extreme aura outside. Roar! The ferocious dragon roared. The ferocious dragon formed by the peerless ferocious blade and the devil shadow that emerged from the heavenly demon palace began to fight. It was as if two supreme existences were fighting. At this time, Jiu Fei also retreated to the side and watched this scene. The soul of the peerless ferocious blade had not truly awakened, but the power of the ferocious blade still condensed into a ferocious dragon, displaying an unbelievable might. The black blade in Jiu Fei's hand was shaking. If he did not hold the ferocious blade in his hand tightly, the peerless ferocious blade would have really flown out of his hand. Although the heavenly demon palace had also been refined by the extreme demon ancestor, it was not a weapon after all. It was just a palace. However, the peerless ferocious blade was different. It was a killing weapon refined by the extreme demon ancestor. With a single slash, it could kill all living beings in the world. Very quickly, the peerless ferocious dragon directly tore the Devil's shadow into pieces. The Devil's shadow dissipated, and then the entire heavenly demon palace began to collapse. Rumble, a palace was being destroyed, and many demonic shadows fell out from the collapsed palace. Then, they shattered into a mist of blood and dissipated into the void. Under the extreme ferocious power, any living being would be destroyed in both body and soul. No one could survive. Roar. With a roar, a powerful devil shadow fell out of the void. It was the great clan elder of the heavenly demon lake. However, in the next moment, the great clan elder of the heavenly demon lake collapsed in the void. In the bloody mist, a ball of primordial divine demonic light was struggling, but very quickly, the ball of primordial divine demonic light dissipated in the void. Seeing this scene, the experts of the mystical demon mountain who were protected by the three-boundary monument were extremely shocked. It should be known that the great clan elder was only half a step away from becoming a great demon venerable. The great clan elder of the heavenly demon lake died just like that. He had completely perished in body and soul. Then, as the heavenly demon palace continued to collapse, more and more experts of the heavenly demon lake fell out. No matter who it was, there was only one result, and that was to directly collapse in the void and perish in body and soul. Even the second clan elder of the heavenly demon lake fell out of the heavenly demon palace and completely perished. The heavenly demon lake is finished. Under the three-boundary monument, an expert of the mystical demon mountain said. Without any suspense, the supreme killing intent of the peerless ferocious saber destroyed everything. Even though it was not the saber soul that directly attacked, it was already enough. The ferocious dragon was formed by the supreme killing intent of the peerless ferocious saber. The ferocious dragon destroyed everything, and the heavenly demon palace completely collapsed. However, at this moment, a ball of demonic light wrapped around several figures soared into the sky. They directly broke through the void and escaped. Seeing this scene, the experts of the mystical demon mountain could not help but be shocked. Under the extreme ferocious power, those guys could still escape. It couldn't be, right? Good heavens, they still have this trick. Seeing this, Gu Fei couldn't help but be a little surprised. The ball of demonic light wrapped around the escaping figures was actually an extreme power, and only an extreme power could protect those figures. Madman Mo has escaped. At this time, the expression of the mystical demon mountain lord was incomparably solemn because among the escaping experts of the heavenly demon lake was Madman Mo's figure. Madman Mo was the great demon venerable of the heavenly demon lake. As long as he didn't die, the heavenly demon lake would definitely have a chance to make a comeback. This was something that the mystical demon mountain lord did not want to see. The heavenly demon lake was finished. In the end, the shadow of the peerless ferocious dragon turned into an ominous light and directly entered the black saber in Gu Fei's hand. After this battle, the heavenly demon lake, one of the three major forces of the western region, became a thing of the past. In the entire western region, only the mystical demon mountain and the falling moon demon palace were left. At this time, the people of the falling moon demon palace also took action. It should be known that the territory of the heavenly demon lake was not small, and many forces were eyeing it. Once the forces of the heavenly demon lake collapsed, there would naturally be many forces wanting to take a bite of this juicy meat. However, even the falling moon demon palace was very wary of the person behind the mystical demon mountain. Therefore, the mystical demon mountain took over the majority of the territory of the heavenly demon lake. And the falling moon demon palace only took over a small part of the territory of the heavenly demon lake. After the battle of the heavenly demon lake, Gu Fei returned to the mystical demon mountain and directly went into seclusion. He didn't want anyone to disturb his seclusion, so the peak of the mystical demon mountain became a forbidden area. No one dared to approach it. Even the mystical demon mountain lord moved away to live in another demon peak. No one in the mystical demon mountain dared to say anything. It should be known that their new master was a ferocious person who removed the name of the heavenly demon lake from the primal chaos demonic world. In this way, the entire western region of the primal chaos demonic world became the world of the mystical demon mountain and the falling moon demon palace. And the power of the mystical demon mountain was not the slightest bit inferior to the falling moon demon palace. The reason why the mystical demon mountain could become a force that could contend with the falling moon demon palace was because of Gu Fei. Without Gu Fei, the mystical demon mountain would not have been able to obtain all of this. That outsider is actually this powerful. Chapter 3097. The western region of the Chaos Demon Realm had undergone a great change. When the news spread, the entire Chaos Demon Realm was shaken. Demonic Lake had actually been destroyed by Black Demon Mountain. It should be known that among the three major forces in the entire western region, Black Demon Mountain was the weakest. This result was inconceivable to all the forces in the Chaos Demon Realm. However, soon, another piece of news came out. Black Demon Mountain had a backer. There was a mastermind behind this matter. Otherwise, Black Demon Mountain would not have been able to destroy Demonic Lake. However, no one knew who this mastermind was. Even the Moon Demon of the Western region's falling Moon Demon Palace did not know the origin of Gu Fei. In this way, no one knew the truth about Black Demon Mountain. Therefore, no one dared to have any ideas about Black Demon Mountain. Demonic Lake was a very good example. Since Demonic Lake had been destroyed by Black Demon Mountain, those who originally wanted to deal with Black Demon Mountain had no choice but to retreat. This was because the consequences of miscalculation were very serious. Those in charge of the forces of the demons were not fools. They would evaluate everything in advance before taking action. In particular, they had to be even more cautious when it came to this kind of campaign against other sects. If they failed, the consequences would be great damage to their strength. They might even bring disaster to their own sect or clan. At this time, in the Chaos Demon Realm, both the falling Moon Demon Palace and the forces outside the western region were watching. However, Black Demon Mountain did not care so much. They began to take over the territory of Demonic Lake in an orderly manner. Of course, the process of taking over was not so smooth. Therefore, Black Demon Mountain went on a killing spree. Any old tribe of Demonic Lake that did not surrender was directly slaughtered. Not a single one was spared. Even massacring cities happened. This was the Chaos Demon Realm. Demonic creatures had a stronger killing nature than ordinary creatures. Therefore, some people thought that demons were a bloodthirsty race. In fact, this was not wrong. Among the demons, there was indeed a bloodthirsty race. That was the Blood Demon clan. The demons of this clan used blood as the source of power. Wherever they went, rivers of blood would flow. At this time, the city lord of a city under Demonic Lake killed the emissary sent by Black Demon Mountain and openly confronted Black Demon Mountain. Rock Fiend, make a trip there. On the mountainside of the Black Demon Mountain, there were several powerful demonic figures sitting in a pavilion. The person in the lead was the Black Demon Mountain Master. On the left and right of the Black Demon Mountain Master sat the revered demon Luo Peng, the Phoenix Witch, and the demon Rock Emperor who had just joined Gu Fei. At this moment, the demonic Rock Emperor was secretly rejoicing because he had chosen the right side this time and survived. Otherwise, he would have died in that battle like the demonic Bear Emperor and the Black Mountain Emperor. I'll go. Devil Emperor Peng said. He wanted to get angry, but he didn't dare to after glancing at Black Demon Mountain Master. One must know that Black Demon Mountain Master was a great devil lord. He was not arrogant enough to think that he could compete with the great demon Venerable. If it wasn't you, it would still be us. Luo Peng said disdainfully. If this guy had not submitted to Gu Fei, he would have died long ago. How could he still be sitting here? Since you surrendered, you haven't made any contributions. This is a good time for you to make contributions. The Phoenix Witch looked at the demonic Rock Emperor and said indifferently, "Do you want to disobey orders?" Luo Peng glanced at the demonic Rock Emperor and said with some evil intentions. The demonic Rock Emperor did not speak because at this time, the Black Demon Mountain Master who was sitting on the high seat kept looking at him. He was not afraid of anyone but the Black Demon Mountain Master and his new master, Gu Fei. He stood up, took a step, and walked out of the pavilion. Then, a beam of demonic light rose from the mountainside of Black Demon Mountain and disappeared into the void in an instant. The Xuanju city was originally a demonic city under the demonic lake, but now that the demonic lake had been destroyed by the Black Demon Mountain, the Xuanju city had become a city without a master. At this time, the Xuanju city was shrouded in an extremely depressing atmosphere because the lord of the Xuanju city had just killed the emissary from the Black Demon Mountain. It was a rule in the Chaos Demon realm that the two armies did not kill the emissary. However, once the emissary was killed, it would be a war. There was nothing more to say. The city lord is crazy. He actually killed the emissary from the Black Demon Mountain. The demonic cultivators in the Xuanju city were all talking about this matter. The news of the destruction of the demonic lake had already spread to this demonic city. Originally, the Xuanju city lord had planned to surrender, but the arrival of two fellows actually made the Xuanju city lord change his mind. Thus, the matter of the Xuanju city lord killing the emissary from the Black Demon Mountain happened. This is equivalent to sealing off all our escape routes, a cultivator from the demons said unhappily. Heavenly Demon Lake had already become a thing of the past. Not many demonic cultivators were willing to risk their lives for Heavenly Demon Lake anymore. That's right, I don't want to die here. Some demons wanted to leave the Xuanju city, but the Xuanju city lord had already sealed the city. In other words, it was difficult for all the cultivators in the Xuanju city to leave the city. At that moment, in the main hall of the Xuanju city lord's mansion, the Xuanju city lord was sitting on the throne in the middle. Below the throne were Liu Mo and Mo Kuei. The two of them had escaped another calamity and escaped to the Xuanju city. It had to be said that Liu Mo and Mo Kuei, these two fellow sufferers, were truly two calamities. Wherever they went, calamity would befall them, but they themselves were living well. Brother Liu, I hope you can do what you promised me, the Xuanju city lord said as he looked at Liu Mo below. The city lord of Xuanju city said as he looked at Liu Mo below. This city lord was burly and had a mighty appearance. Although he was sitting, he was taller than a normal person. A powerful demonic aura spread from the Xuanju city lord's body. The Xuanju city lord was also an extremely powerful demon venerable. His cultivation level was not lower than Liu Mo's. Haha, how would I dare to lie to you, brother? Don't worry. When I see my patriarch, I will definitely introduce you, brother, Liu Mo said with a smile. Liu Mo said with a smile. He had promised the Xuanju city lord a lot of benefits before the Xuanju city lord agreed to fight against the mystic demon mountain. If there were no benefits, the Xuanju city lord would not be stupid enough to go against the mystic demon mountain. The power behind Liu Mo was very strong. To a certain extent, the power behind Liu Mo was much stronger than the current mystic demon mountain. However, the power behind Liu Mo was not in the western region, but in the central region. Even in the central region, the power behind Liu Mo was a superpower that dominated an area. It was precisely because he knew Liu Mo's background that the Xuanju city lord agreed not to surrender to the mystic demon mountain. However, the Xuanju city lord also knew very well that if he killed the envoy of the mystic demon mountain, the mystic demon mountain would soon make a move. At that time, a huge battle would be inevitable. If the expert from the mystic demon mountain was the mystic demon mountain lord, then the Xuanju city lord would be in danger. However, with the Xuanju city's great city protecting array, even if the mystic demon mountain lord came personally, the Xuanju city lord believed that he could fight. That's good. The Xuanju city lord nodded in satisfaction. As long as he could join the force behind Liu Mo, he would not be afraid of the mystic demon mountain. Shen Tong, come out and die. At that moment, a loud shout came from outside the Xuanju city. It directly entered the city lord's mansion and spread throughout the entire Xuanju city. Shen Tong was the name of the Xuanju city lord. When they heard that someone dared to call the Xuanju city lord by his name, all the demonic cultivators in the Xuanju city were shocked. At that moment, a powerful demonic shadow stood in the sky outside the Xuanju city. The monstrous demonic aura that rushed out of the demonic shadow actually condensed into a demonic rock that was even larger than a mountain. Who is that? Is it the demonic rock emperor? An older fiend Dao cultivator in the Xuanju city recognized the figure outside the Xuanju city. The demonic rock emperor is here. The Xuanju city was instantly in an uproar. One had to know that the demonic rock emperor was once the eldest of the 3 emperors of the heavenly demon lake. His cultivation was extremely powerful, and he was half a step into the great demon venerable realm. I heard that the demonic rock emperor surrendered to the mystic demon mountain. Could it be true? Someone said something like that. The moment the demonic rock emperor arrived, he wants the city lord to go out and die. It seems like he's here to attack the Xuanju city. An expert of the demons said. The demonic cultivators in the Xuanju city were inexplicably shocked. The demonic rock emperor was actually here to attack the Xuanju city. Many experts of the demons could not believe it. Boom! At that moment, a loud sound was heard. The demonic rock emperor was already very impatient. He directly used his demonic mystical ability and transformed into a demonic rock. He began to attack the Xuanju city's city-protecting array formation. The demonic rock emperor's cultivation level was extremely powerful. With one strike, the entire city-protecting array formation trembled. Demonic rock emperor, I didn't expect you to be so crazy. It's fine that you surrendered to the mystic demon mountain, but you actually dared to attack the Xuanju city. Are you in a hurry to perform meritorious deeds in front of your new master? As the voice sounded, a figure rushed out of the city lord's residence of the Xuanju city. That person was the city lord of the Xuanju city, Xian Tong. With the city-protecting array formation protecting the entire Xuanju city, Xian Tong knew that even someone as powerful as the demonic rock emperor could not break through the city-protecting array formation and enter the city. Things were just as Xian Tong had expected. Although the demonic rock emperor kept attacking the city-protecting array formation of the Xuanju city, he could not break it. Preposterous. Although the demonic rock emperor was ruthless, it was still useless. With his cultivation level, he could not break through the city-protecting array formation of the Xuanju city. That was also where Xian Tong's confidence came from. Helpless, the demonic rock emperor could only retreat dejectedly and return to the mystic demon mountain. I told you that this fellow is useless. He can't even attack a Xuanju city. When Luo Peng saw the demonic rock emperor, he ridiculed him again. The demonic rock emperor was furious, but he did not dare to attack Luo Peng. He had nowhere to vent his anger, which made him almost go crazy. Swoosh. Chapter 3098. The demonic rock emperor was almost driven mad by Luo Peng's mockery. Just as he was about to beat Luo Peng up, a beam of divine light descended from the sky and landed in front of him. An ancient tablet floated in the divine light. Although there was no aura coming from the ancient tablet, the demonic rock emperor still felt his soul tremble. The demonic rock emperor looked at the ancient tablet floating in front of him in shock. Isn't this Master Gu Fei's 3 boundaries tablet? This is an extreme Dao artifact. At this time, even the Black Demon Mountain Lord was alarmed. Luo Peng, who was mocking the demonic rock emperor, was dumbfounded. Go! You have 3 chances to use this Dao artifact. Kill anyone who refuses to accept it. A voice came down from the peak of the Black Demon Mountain. Yes, Master. The demonic rock emperor was surprised and happy. His master actually gave him an extreme Dao artifact. His master trusted him so much. However, the demonic rock emperor still maintained a clear mind. He knew that his new master, Gu Fei, wanted to use him to establish his might and conquer the enemies who refused to surrender. The demonic rock emperor waved his hand, and the ancient tablet floating in front of him quickly shrank and flew into his hand. The moment the Dao artifact entered his hand, the demonic rock emperor felt as if he was carrying a primordial divine mountain. The small ancient tablet was even heavier than the real primordial divine mountain. Master actually gave the extreme Dao artifact to the demonic rock emperor. Luo Peng was in disbelief. The demonic rock emperor was the demonic emperor of the heavenly demon lake who had just surrendered. Why was he valued by his master? Demonic venerable Luo Peng felt that it was a little unfair. He was even a little jealous of the demonic rock emperor. On the other hand, the Black Demon Mountain Lord and the Phoenix Sparrow Demoness were very calm, especially the Black Demon Mountain Lord. No one knew what he was thinking. After the demonic rock emperor obtained the ancient tablet, He once again turned into a beam of demonic light and soared into the sky. Then, he directly headed for the Xuanju city and instantly disappeared at the end of the horizon. At that moment, the Xuanju city did not lift the seal because of the Fiend Rock Emperor's retreat. The atmosphere in the Xuanju city was still very tense. All the fiendish cultivators felt the pressure of a storm. Everyone knew that the demonic Rock Emperor would definitely come again. Even if it wasn't the demonic Rock Emperor, the Mystic Fiend Mountain would send other experts to attack the Xuanju city. Therefore, no matter what, the Xuanju city could not avoid the fate of being attacked. At that moment, a figure descended from the sky and landed on a mountain outside Xuanju city. The demonic light dissipated, and the figure of the demonic Rock Emperor appeared. Shentong, I'm here again. His voice was not loud, but it penetrated the sealed Xuanju city and even reached the ears of every living being in the city. A cold snort came from the city lord's residence of the Xuanju city. Then, a figure rushed out of the city lord's residence and arrived in the sky above it. A powerful demonic aura emanated from the demonic figure. The powerful energy fluctuations caused the space around the demonic figure to tremble constantly. This demonic expert was the city lord of the Xuanju city, Shentong. Shentong's blood-colored pupils emitted a terrifying sanguine light. His gaze pierced through the void and landed on the demonic Rock Emperor, who was on the mountain outside the city. Haha, you old bird, you actually dare to come again. You really don't know what's good for you. Shentong laughed and said. Previously, the demonic Rock Emperor had returned dejectedly without achieving anything. Now that he had come again, could it be that he had something to rely on? At the thought of this, Shentong felt a little uneasy. At his cultivation level, he naturally had a certain sense of danger. Shentong, I'll give you one last chance. If you surrender now, I guarantee that you can live. The demonic Rock Emperor looked at the demonic figure above the city lord's residence and said, Haha, old bird, let's talk about it after you can break the city protection array. Shentong said disdainfully. He did not think that the demonic Rock Emperor could break the city protection array of the Xuanju city. He was fearless, but he also knew that the demonic Rock Emperor's arrival was definitely not a good thing. Shentong, why do you have to drag all the living beings in the city to die with you? The demonic Rock Emperor said. His voice was transmitted into the ears of every living being in the Xuanju city. At that moment, all the fiendish Dao cultivators in the Xuanju city were shocked. What did the demonic Rock Emperor mean? Old bird, do you want to massacre the city? Shentong's expression turned solemn. One had to know that this was not a joke. The Xuanju city was a huge city. There were hundreds of thousands of living beings in the city. The demonic Rock Emperor smiled and stared at the figure above the city lord's residence of the Xuanju city. Listen up, living beings in the city. If you don't want to die, kill Shentong. What? All the fiendish Dao living beings in the Xuanju city were shocked when they heard the demonic Rock Emperor's words. Kill the city lord. The fiendish Dao living beings in the city thought that they had heard wrongly. Shentong's prestige in the Xuanju city was very high. It was also because of this that the fiendish Dao living beings in the city did not rebel. However, it was different now. The demonic Rock Emperor had arrived. The demonic Rock Emperor might have a way to break through the Xuanju city. Some of the fiendish Dao living beings in the Xuanju city began to make other plans. Old bird, are you trying to sow discord? The city lord of the Xuanju city, Shentong, was naturally very clear about the demonic Rock Emperor's intentions. However, he knew that it was impossible for the fiendish Dao living beings in the city to betray him. Haha, do I need to sow discord? As the demonic Rock Emperor spoke, he extended his right hand. An ancient tablet immediately appeared in his palm and floated in the hazy divine light. This is, when the city lord of the Xuanju city saw the ancient tablet in the demonic Rock Emperor's hand, he could not help but be shocked. Although there was no powerful aura coming from the ancient tablet, it gave him a fearful feeling. An extreme Dao artifact. The city lord of the Xuanju city subconsciously said. Even he was shocked by his own words. What? The demonic Rock Emperor actually brought an extreme Dao artifact. Some of the powerful fiendish Dao living beings in the Xuanju city were inexplicably shocked. If the ancient tablet in the demonic rock emperor's hand was really an extreme Tao artifact, they would be in trouble. At least you know what's good. What I said just now still counts. As long as you hang Shen Tong's head on the city gate, I guarantee that I won't hurt any living beings in the city. The demonic rock emperor's voice sounded in the hearts of all the fiendish Tao living beings in the Xuanju city again. He actually has an extreme Tao artifact. What should we do? The fiendish Tao living beings in the Xuanju city could not sit still anymore. An extreme Tao artifact was definitely the most powerful Tao artifact in the world. The demonic rock emperor had actually come with an extreme Tao saint artifact. It was no wonder that he dared to attack the Xuanju city again. Although the Xuanju city's great city protecting array was powerful, it could not withstand the attack of an extreme Tao artifact. Kill Shen Tong and we can live. The cultivation forces in the Xuanju city were tempted. One had to know that they would not wait for death. Someone rushed out and attacked Shen Tong. What? When Shen Tong saw this scene, he was shocked. There was actually someone who attacked him in order to survive. He stretched out his hand and slapped the fiendish Tao expert who was pouncing on him. With a bang, the fiendish Tao expert exploded in the void. His body and soul were destroyed. When they saw this scene, the other fiendish Tao cultivators in the Xuanju city were extremely shocked. The city lord's cultivation and combat strength were extremely powerful. Who could be his match? Everyone, attack together and defeat him. Someone shouted loudly. That's right. Attack together. I don't believe that he can kill us all. An expert of the demons roared. That's a good idea. Then all of you can attack together. Shen Tong scanned the fiendish Tao living beings with a sharp gaze. This way, the fiendish Tao living beings in the Xuanju city were shocked by Shen Tong. One had to know that Shen Tong was the city lord of the Xuanju city. Since that's the case, I'll send you on your way. At the peak of the mountain outside the Xuanju city, the demonic rock emperor began to use the three-world stele according to the method that Ji Yufei had taught him. Soon, a powerful aura that caused the expressions of all living beings in the world to change spread from the stone tablet in the demonic rock emperor's hand. When he sensed the terrifying fluctuations that erupted from the ancient tablet in the demonic rock emperor's hand, Shen Tong could not help but be moved. The demonic rock emperor indeed had an extreme Tao artifact in his hand. Kill. Just as the demonic rock emperor was about to use the three-world stele, a furious roar came from the Xuanju city. Then, a tall old man rushed into the sky from the Xuanju city. Swoosh! The old man stretched out his hand and grabbed at the other party. Violent and powerful fiendish Tao power surged out from the old man's hand and instantly enveloped the entire void. Naturally, Shen Tong was also enveloped by the huge hand. Shen Tong was shocked. He never expected that there would be such a powerful fiendish Tao expert in the Xuanju city. The old man's cultivation and combat strength were definitely not inferior to his. Rumble. The huge demonic hand was like a demonic mountain as it crushed towards Shen Tong. Under the demonic hand, the void was collapsing and being annihilated. Pitch-black spatial cracks rushed out in all directions. Boom! Shen Tong directly punched out, and the two powerful demonic forces instantly collided together. The void between the two great experts directly collapsed, and the two forces directly blasted through the void. At that moment, another powerful figure rushed out from another part of the Xuanju city and attacked Shen Tong. The demonic Tao experts in the Xuanju city could not sit still this time. They did not want to be dragged into death by Shen Tong. Either Shen Tong would die, or they would perish. These were the only two outcomes. Chapter 3099. The demonic Tao experts in the Xuanju city could no longer sit still when the demonic rock emperor revealed his supreme Tao artifact. One had to know that once the demonic rock emperor used the supreme Tao artifact, all the demonic Tao cultivators in the Xuanju city would die. The demons in the Xuanju city would not sit still and wait for death. They directly attacked their city lord. As long as they killed Shen Tong, they could live. The demonic rock emperor had already made a promise. An existence like the demonic rock emperor would not easily make any promises. However, once he made a promise, he would keep it. At this time, a powerful devil expert made his move. It was an old man with devil chi shrouding his body. There was actually a gigantic dragon shadow looming over his body. This dragon shadow had 9 heads, and each head was incomparably malevolent. 9-headed demonic dragon, what are you trying to do? Xian Tong was furious. He was still the city lord of the Xuanju city. The prestige of the city lord could not be challenged. If anyone dared to attack him, it would be a betrayal. I want to live, the old man said loudly. The demonic dragon that emerged from his body roared. The 9 dragon heads opened their mouths at the same time, and 9 beams of demonic light directly pierced towards Xian Tong. The power of a powerful demon sovereign erupted. Wherever the 9 beams of demonic light passed, the void was annihilated, leaving behind 9 pitch-black spatial cracks. You're courting death. Xian Tong roared angrily. He directly turned into a ferocious and terrifying demonic beast and charged forward. A terrifying demonic might erupted from the body of this demonic beast. It was a demonic beast that looked like a black tiger, but its body was covered with a thick layer of black scales. There were 2 black wings on its back. This demonic beast had a powerful background. It was an ancient great ferocious beast that had fallen into the demonic Tao, Cheong Qi. Roar. Xian Tong revealed his true form and directly roared. Then, he opened his mouth and inhaled. A terrifying devouring power immediately surged out from his bloody mouth. The 9 beams of demonic light that pierced towards Xian Tong were directly swallowed by him. His ferocious might was unparalleled. The ancient beast Cheong Qi was originally an ancient great beast. After falling into the demonic path, it became even more ferocious. After devouring the 9 beams of demonic light, it directly pounced towards the 9-headed demon dragon. However, it was at this moment that the other demons arrived. A demon horn pierced through the void, charging towards Xian Tong. The demons charging towards Xian Tong was a raging bull. The demonic light emitted from its sharp horns directly shattered the void. This was an expert of the Herculean bull demon race. He could not be underestimated. Roar! Xian Tong roared. His tail lashed out at the charging Herculean bull demon. It was like a devil's whip, lashing hard on the Herculean bull demon's head. The Herculean ox devil gave a miserable cry and was directly sent flying out by Xian Tong's tail. Boom! At the same time, Xian Tong collided with the 9-headed demon dragon. An intense battle ensued. The void trembled, and pitch-black spatial cracks continuously appeared in the sky above Xuanju City. The demonic might of the demon lord descended from the sky. All the demons in Xuanju City looked at the battle in the sky in fear. Outside Xuanju City, the demonic rock emperor had already revealed his extreme Dao Dao artifact. All the demons in the city felt like a calamity was about to befall them. No one was willing to wait for death. If Xian Tong, the city lord of Xuanju City, had not sealed off the entire city, all the demons in the city would have already escaped. Xian Tong had sealed off the entire city. It was impossible for the countless demons in the city to escape even if they wanted to. This time, it was unknown how many devil race cultivators cursed Xian Tong's 18 generations of ancestors. That guy was simply using the lives of countless devil race beings as a shield. At that moment, on the peak of the mountain outside Xuanju City, the demonic rock emperor sneered as he watched the scene. He knew that there should still be powerful demons in Xuanju City who had yet to make a move. I don't have much patience. Quickly kill Xian Tong. Otherwise, don't blame me for being ruthless. The demonic rock emperor sent a voice transmission to Xuanju City. At the same time, the 3-world monument in his hand began to emit an extreme Dao aura. Although it was an extremely weak extreme Dao aura, it was enough to make the countless demons in Xuanju City palpitate. It was a supreme aura that could crush all ages. If that aura were to fully erupt, it would not be difficult to instantly erase Xuanju City from the ground, let alone break the protective array of Xuanju City. The demons in Xuanju City were extremely shocked. They knew very well that the demonic rock emperor was not joking. Once he used the extreme Dao Dao artifact in his hand, everything would be too late. At the next moment, 6 incomparably powerful demonic Dao auras erupted from Xuanju City. The demons who wanted to watch from the sidelines finally could not sit still and were about to attack. At that moment, Shen Tong, who was fighting with the 9-headed demonic dragon, could not help but be shocked when he saw that. These guys were all demon supremacies. Moo! At that moment, the bull demon that had been sent flying by Shen Tong's tail also rushed over. An extremely violent aura erupted from the bull demon's body. The bull demon's 4 hooves stepped on the air, and the void trembled under his iron hooves. Cracks in the space that looked like spider webs constantly appeared. The bull demon seemed to have gone crazy as it charged towards Shen Tong. It was a great humiliation for the bull demon to be sent flying by Shen Tong's tail just now. It made the bull demon almost go crazy. When the other demon supremacies saw this, they hurriedly hid to the side. It would not be good if they were accidentally injured by this mad bull. Once this mad bull's mad cow disease acted up, it would not be a joke. A demonic fire emerged from the bull demon's body. The demonic fire burned the void. This bull demon was really angry and did not hesitate to fight Shen Tong to the death. The 8 demon supremacies attacked Shen Tong at the same time. Even though Shen Tong was in existence at the peak of the demon supremacies, he could not help but be moved at this moment. Buzz! At this moment, a demonic sword rushed out from the body of one of the demon lords, turning into a peerless sword light that slashed down towards Shen Tong. The extremely sharp sword light seemed as though it was going to split the world in half. Another demon supremacy held a demon gourd in his hand. He reached out and patted the bottom of the demon gourd. A fire dragon rushed out of the demon gourd and pounced towards Shen Tong. The other demon supremacies also used their own killing moves, wanting to kill Shen Tong directly. However, Shen Tong was the city lord of Xuanju City after all. He was an ancient great ferocious demon and was extremely ferocious. He opened his mouth and spat out a wave of demonic fire that burned in all directions. At the same time, countless rays of black light shot out from his 2 black wings. The demonic feathers turned into rays of sharp sword light that shot out from his wings. Countless sword lights bloomed from Shen Tong's body and pierced in all directions. At the same time, he attacked the 8 demon supremacies. The 8 demon supremacies couldn't help but be shocked when they saw this scene. This Shen Tong was too crazy. Did he think that he could fight against 8 experts with his own strength? Moo! The demonic bull roared furiously, and a terrifying sound wave immediately spread out from its body. The black sword lights that pierced through it all shattered in the void. The demon bull rushed over and stabbed its 2 incomparably sharp horns at Shen Tong. On the horns, demonic light flowed and intertwined, and demonic patterns were faintly discernible. Since you're in a hurry to die, I'll fulfill your wish. Shen Tong roared and directly slapped the demon bull's huge head with his claws. Bang! With a muffled sound, the claw slapped the demon bull's head fiercely. The huge demon bull immediately fell from the sky. Boom! With a loud sound, the ground shook. A pavilion was directly smashed by the demon bull that fell from the sky. It immediately broke into pieces, and dust filled the air. Exclamations were heard everywhere. At this time, Shen Tong was also sent flying by a demon supremacy. The other demon supremacies were busy dodging the sword lights that erupted from Shen Tong's body. You're also going against me. Shen Tong stared at the demon supremacy that sent him flying, his voice extremely cold. It was a young demon supremacy with a head of blood-red hair. Even his eyebrows were blood-red, and a pair of blood-red eyes were emitting a fierce light. Brother Shen, I'm sorry. I don't want to die either. The young demon supremacy said. War demon, why are you still talking so much to that guy? At this time, the other demon supremacies rushed over again. The 9-headed demon dragon said to the blood-haired youth. The blood-haired youth had a strong background. He was known as the war demon. His combat strength was so strong that he was almost invincible among those of the same level. Very well, since you want my life, come on. Let's see who's afraid of who. Shen Tong said crazily. Kill. Without any hesitation, the battle broke out. The demon bull that had fallen in the Xuanju city soared into the sky again and joined the battle. It was an extremely tragic battle. The demon cultivators in the Xuanju city were stunned by the scene in the sky. The demonic might in the sky surged down, causing them to tremble in fear. Soon, demonic blood fell from the sky. No one knew who was injured, but every drop of demonic blood that dripped from the sky was emitting demonic light. When the demons in the Xuanju city saw the demonic blood dripping from the sky, they were extremely jealous and wanted to obtain it. However, not everyone had the means to take away the demonic blood. One had to know that it was the essence blood of a demon supremacy. Every drop contained a huge amount of demonic essence energy. However, there were still experts of the demons attacking. Some demons used demonic artifacts to take away the essence blood of the demon supremacy that fell from the sky. At this time, on the mountain outside the Xuanju city, the demonic rock emperor couldn't help but be moved when he saw this scene. He knew that Shen Tong was finished. Boom! Another loud bang rang out and a figure was sent flying. That figure kept coughing up blood as he was sent flying. He had suffered a great impact. Chapter 3100. Even Shen Tong was sent flying as he fought against 8 demon venerables at the same time. He coughed up blood continuously. "Old bird, you're really ruthless." Shen Tong roared at the demonic rock emperor on the mountain outside Xuanju city. This guy didn't attack himself but instigated others to kill him. "Haha, now you feel good, right?" The demonic rock emperor laughed loudly on the mountain peak. Shen Tong dared to ignore him just because he had some ability. How could he not teach him a lesson? "Feel good, my ass." Shen Tong roared angrily. Roar! Shen Tong roared angrily. His true form was the Chongqi demon. He roared at the demon venerables that were chasing after him. Immediately, 3 demon venerables were sent flying by the terrifying sound waves. The 3 great demon sovereigns were indescribably shocked. This Shen Tong was indeed fierce and wild enough. Cracks appeared on their bodies, as if exquisite porcelain had been shattered. A ball of demonic light surged out of the 3 demon venerables. Their bodies were quickly healed under the demonic light. The cracks on their bodies disappeared quickly. Demon venerables wouldn't die so easily. However, there was no doubt that the 3 demon venerables had suffered a great impact. They needed to use their original strength to heal their bodies. The other demon venerables were also affected. However, the sound assassination technique that Shen Tong had released did not cause any harm to them. Roar! Just at this moment, the shadow of a dragon soared up into the sky. On the gigantic body of the dragon, there was a boundless amount of demonic qi gushing out. Where the dragon's head should be, there were actually 9 dragon heads roaring at Shen Tong. Without any hesitation, the 9-headed demon dragon pounced towards Shen Tong. Its demonic might was shocking. The Chongqi demon that Shen Tong had transformed into also roared and charged towards the 9-headed demon dragon. The 2 demonic beasts instantly collided and fought fiercely. At this moment, some of the other demon venerables also revealed their true forms and joined the battle. However, some of the demon venerables held their demonic weapons and stared at Shen Tong and the others who were fighting. They were ready to give Shen Tong a fatal blow at any time. The great strength demonic Ox Clan's expert also charged forward. However, just as this unlucky guy rushed over, he was sent flying by Shen Tong's domineering aura. This almost drove him crazy. "Shen Tong, I'm going to eat you." The Herculean Bull Devil Clan's expert roared as he was sent flying. A hideous bloody scar appeared on his bull face. This ox demon had an extremely tyrannical strength, but it couldn't use it. It was easily sent flying by Shen Tong's tail. This made the ox demon so depressed that it almost vomited blood. At this time, devil blood appeared. Chongqi Mo Shen Tong was incomparably fierce. He bit down on one of the heads of the 9-headed devil dragon and tore it off. However, the 9-headed demonic dragon had also wrapped itself around Shen Tong. Its dragon claws directly grabbed one of Shen Tong's wings and tore it apart. Demonic blood rained down from the sky. At the same time, a demonic shadow swooped down from the sky. The demonic shadow directly stabbed into Shen Tong's back. The tip of the sword pierced through his chest, and demonic blood continuously dripped from the tip of the sword. Roar! Shen Tong had gone mad. Even though he had suffered heavy injuries, he was still as ferocious as ever. A powerful demonic might erupted from his body. A long tail that was like a poisonous dragon directly wrapped around the devil lord that was riding on him and flung him away. The power of the demonic Tao was vast. The demon's sword that was stabbed in his body was forced out by him. However, the demon's sword brought with it a wave of demonic blood, and the smell of blood in the void became even stronger. Smelling the blood, the group of demonic Tao experts became even more bloodthirsty. They fought crazily, and demonic blood kept appearing. All the demon lords were fighting with their lives on the line. Seeing the scene in the sky, all the demons in Xuanju City were inexplicably shocked. Not only did blood demons fall from the sky, but there were also pieces of flesh and even broken limbs falling down. These were all things that powerful existences at the level of demon lords had. Some demon experts actually took action to collect these things. Be it a drop of blood or a piece of flesh that fell from the body of a demon lord, they were all precious treasures. When other demonic Tao living beings obtained the flesh and blood of a demon lord, it was as if they had obtained a great medicine. Eating it could increase their cultivation level and combat strength. With the first person attacking, a second person attacked. Hence, the demonic Tao cultivators in Xuanju City also started fighting for the flesh and blood of the demon lord that fell from the sky. Seeing this scene, the demonic rock emperor, who was on the mountain outside Xuanju City, could not help but laugh out loud. This was the most true law of the jungle. In the Chaos Fiend world, the demons vividly displayed the truth of the law of the jungle. In the Chaos Fiend world, the weak could only rely on the strong, and the strong controlled the life and death of the weak. With a single thought, the strong could determine the life and death of a weak person. This was the cruel demon world. At this time, the demonic rock emperor could make the experts of the demons in Xuanju City attack Xian Tong at the same time because they did not want to die. The most important thing was that the demonic rock emperor had an extreme Tao artifact. It was also the most terrifying thing for the countless demons in Xuanju City. Once the demonic rock emperor went crazy and used the extreme Tao artifact in his hand, all the demons in the entire city would die. Therefore, Xian Tong had to die. The 8 demon venerables began to fight with their lives on the line. Xian Tong was also fighting with his life on the line. Blood mists kept exploding in the sky. Even the powerful demon venerables were shaken into a ball of blood mist. However, it was very difficult for such existences to die. Even if their demon bodies turned into blood mist, they could still instantly reassemble their demon bodies and join the battle again. Even someone as strong as Xian Tong was blasted into a blood mist. However, his life force was too strong. He instantly reassembled his demon body and fought with the 9-headed demon dragon and the other demon venerables. In the end, the group of demon venerables were even more bloodthirsty. It was impossible for them to stop. Ox demon, you're the most annoying. Die! Xian Tong directly pounced towards the Herculean Bull Devil clan's expert. Riding on the back of the Herculean Bull Devil, he ripped off one of the Bull Devil's horns. Boom! The ox demon's body radiated with demonic light. Pitch-black demonic flames erupted from his body and instantly engulfed Xian Tong. However, a layer of demonic light emerged from Xian Tong's body, blocking the terrifying demonic flames that could burn even the void. Swish! Xian Tong opened his mouth and spat out a beam of demonic light. With a flash of demonic light, the ox demon's head fell off. In the next moment, the ox demon's head exploded. A figure wrapped in demonic light soared into the sky in an attempt to escape. However, Xian Tong opened his mouth and sucked. The ox demon's primordial spirit was directly swallowed by him. In an instant, an even more berserk aura erupted from Xian Tong's body. What? Everything happened too quickly. By the time the 9-headed demon dragon and the other demon Tao experts came to their senses, Xian Tong had already killed the expert of the Ox Demon clan. After devouring the Ox Demon's primordial spirit, Xian Tong's exhausted essence energy was immediately restored to its peak state. With this, the 9-headed demon dragon and the others were doomed. At this point in the battle, the 9-headed demon dragon and the other demon sovereigns had expended quite a bit of their yuan qi. Under such circumstances, it would be even more difficult for them to kill Xian Tong. Haha, you think you can kill me with just the likes of you? Dream on. Shen Tong laughed maniacally. Even if I can't kill you, I still have to kill you. The nine-headed demon dragon roared and charged forward. At this moment, he only had 3 of his 9 heads left. 6 of them had already been ripped off by Shen Tong. Is that so? Bring it on then. Shen Tong said disdainfully. He directly pounced towards the 9-headed demon dragon. Boom. The 2 figures instantly collided. Shen Tong was incomparably crazed as he tore at the 9-headed demon dragon. However, the 9-headed demon dragon continued to crazily coil around Shen Tong. 3 of its bloody mouths viciously bit down on Shen Tong's body. Seeing this scene, all the Demon Dao experts were shocked. At this moment, the other demon sovereigns also attacked Shen Tong. A demon sword pierced through the void and directly stabbed into Shen Tong's forehead. Roar! Shen Tong roared angrily. Powerful demon Dao energy burst out, sending the demon sovereign flying away. Then, he grabbed the demon's sword that was stabbed into his forehead and pulled it out. The bloody hole on his forehead was rapidly healing. Not a single drop of blood seeped out from the wound. At this moment, the 9-headed demon dragon bit down on Shen Tong's neck, nearly biting off his head. Swish! With a flash of sword light, Shen Tong chopped off one of the 9-headed demon dragon's heads. Demon blood splattered everywhere. Roar! At this moment, a demon beast ferociously pounced onto Shen Tong's body. With a swipe of its claws, it tore off one of Shen Tong's wings. The other demon sovereigns also attacked Shen Tong in a frenzy. Very quickly, Shen Tong's demon body was once again blasted into a bloody mist by the other demons. The bloody mist spread out and devoured another demon sovereign. Roar! That demon sovereign screamed out in fear. After being enveloped by the bloody mist, his skin, flesh, tendons, and bones were actually melting. The demon spirit energy within his body was rapidly being absorbed by Shen Tong. Just at this moment, the other demon sovereigns rushed over. Some of them took out their incomparably powerful Dao weapons and attacked the bloody mist. However, the bloody mist continued to churn without dissipating. Very quickly, a figure appeared from within the bloody mist. At the same time, a pitch-black skeleton fell down from the sky. This was the corpse of a fallen demon sovereign. This caused all the Demon Dao experts who attacked Shen Tong to feel their hearts palpitate. After devouring the essence of this demon sovereign, Shen Tong's cultivation base showed signs of breaking through. This caused him to be both surprised and delighted. Another demon sovereign had fallen. This Shen Tong was definitely a ruthless character. Since the start of the battle, he had already killed 2 of the 8 demon sovereigns. Chapter 3101. Shen Tong was a Chongqi devil. He was incomparably ferocious. He killed and devoured the primordial spirits of 2 devil sovereigns one after another. N-set membership symbol preposterous. 2 of the 8 devil sovereigns had fallen. The remaining 6 devil sovereigns couldn't help but be shocked. Shen Tong was too ferocious. He actually devoured the primordial spirits of other devil sovereigns. Of course, for demons, devouring the primordial spirits of other living beings was a common thing. There was nothing strange about it. However, Shen Tong devoured the primordial spirits of devil sovereigns. Devil sovereigns were different from ordinary demons. They were powerful existences second only to great devil sovereigns. The fact that Shen Tong could kill an expert of the same level as him while being besieged made all the devil sovereigns feel a chill in their hearts. At this time, Shen Tong's figure appeared in the void. Blood-colored demonic light lingered around his body. He stretched out his right hand and a demonic sword immediately flew into his hand. The demonic sword was originally the demonic weapon of another devil sovereign. However, it was refined by Shen Tong for his own use. This made the devil sovereign extremely depressed. Kill. Either he dies or we die. Only by killing him will we have a way to live. The 9-headed devil dragon roared. He directly attacked. His 2 remaining heads opened their mouths and spat out 2 demonic weapons towards Shen Tong. One of the 2 demonic artifacts was a demonic bead that emitted boundless demonic light, and the other was a bone, an unknown bone. This bone was very terrifying. Although it looked no different from an ordinary bone, at this time, this bone was emitting a monstrous demonic aura, and the demonic aura was vast and mighty in the heavens and the earth. A bone that was almost rotten was able to display a terrifying demonic aura that could shake the heavens and the earth. This was something that no one could have imagined. This bone was definitely more powerful and terrifying than the demonic bead. Xian Tong was directly blown away by the withered bone. He coughed up blood and his body was covered with cracks. His demonic body was almost shattered. What? Xian Tong's shock was no small matter. The nine-headed devil dragon's demonic artifact had displayed an incomparably tyrannical battle prowess. The demonic bead was nothing, but the demonic bone was different. The demonic might radiating from the demonic bone was actually so tyrannical. It had truly exceeded the expectations of all the demon sovereigns. This nine-headed demon dragon had actually waited until now to use its trump card. The other demon sovereigns couldn't help but cast sidelong glances at the nine-headed demon dragon. This fellow had truly concealed himself deeply. If he had used the demon bone from the start, perhaps those two demon sovereigns wouldn't have died. At that moment, the demonic rock emperor, who was at the peak of the mountain outside Xuanju City, was shocked when he saw this scene. The demonic aura emanating from the demonic bone was too terrifying. Buzz. The three-world stele floating in demonic rock emperor's hand trembled slightly. This extreme Dao weapon seemed to be reacting to the demonic bone. The terrifying demonic might that surged down from the demonic bone caused all the fiendish cultivators in the Xuanju City below to be extremely terrified. They could not muster any thoughts of resisting. Rumble, the void was shaking, and so was the entire Xuanju City, as if it could collapse at any time. All the demons in the Xuanju City felt as if the end of the world had arrived. Cracks kept appearing on the city. This, in the sky above Xuanju City, all the experts of the demons were shocked. No one had expected the nine-headed demon dragon to possess such a powerful demonic bone. This demonic bone was most likely the remains of the extreme Dao fiend ancestor. Otherwise, it would not be so powerful. Extreme Dao fiend bone? Xian Tong stared at the demonic bone floating in front of the nine-headed demon dragon and said. The demonic aura emanating from the demonic bone made his heart palpitate. One had to know that he was a demon sovereign who was only half a step away from the great demon sovereign realm. In this world, the only demonic artifacts that could make his heart palpitate were probably the extreme Dao fiend artifacts. The nine-headed demon dragon sneered. A demon pearl emitted endless demonic light. Like a black sun, it charged towards Xian Tong. The powerful power of the demonic Dao shook the void. Xian Tong was only worried about the demon bone. He immediately punched out and the demon bead was blasted away. However, the demonic bone sent him flying once again. Cracks appeared on his demonic body once more, as if it could shatter at any time. Swoosh! Xian Tong used this force to turn around and escape. If he didn't escape now, he wouldn't have to. The Xuanju City's city-protecting array formation was under Xian Tong's control. With a thought, a gap appeared on the city-protecting array formation. He rushed out of the gap. What? When the other demon sovereigns saw that, they were inexplicably shocked and furious. The nine-headed demon dragon directly activated the demonic bone and attacked Xian Tong. The void was annihilated. The gap in the Xuanju City's city-protecting array formation was even bigger because of the demonic bone. The nine-headed demon dragon rushed out. When the other demon sovereigns saw that, they naturally rushed towards the gap and escaped the Xuanju City. At that moment, they had long forgotten about the countless fiendish Dao living beings in the Xuanju City. Seeing that there was a gap in the sky, the other fiendish Dao living beings in the Xuanju City were surprised and delighted. They rushed into the sky and wanted to escape the city. However, the gap in the sky quickly disappeared. The fiendish Dao living beings that had rushed into the sky from the Xuanju City were still trapped in the Xuanju City. Roar! A fiendish Dao living being roared. In the end, they were a step too slow and were still trapped in the Xuanju City. That made the experts of the demons almost go crazy. At that moment, the demon sovereigns who had escaped from the Xuanju City stopped fighting with their lives. They actually fled in all directions immediately. These demon sovereigns had fought with Shen Tong to survive. However, now that they had escaped the Xuanju city, there was no need for them to fight with Shen Tong. Seeing that scene, the demonic rock emperor's expression immediately became solemn. He took a step out of the mountain peak and instantly disappeared from it. When he appeared again, he had already caught up to Shen Tong. "You old bird, why are you targeting me?" Shen Tong was shocked and angry. "Haha, I'm targeting you," the demonic rock emperor said with a laugh. The demonic rock emperor laughed. At the same time, he stretched out his hand and grabbed at Shen Tong. A huge demonic hand instantly appeared between the heavens and the earth, shrouding the entire place in an instant. The extremely powerful might of a demon sovereign came down from the demonic hand. Shen Tong was shocked and angry. He gritted his teeth and roared at the sky. Terrifying sound waves spread out, and ripples that could be seen with the naked eye appeared in the void like water ripples. At that moment, the demonic hand that the demonic rock emperor had struck out was trembling. Endless demonic aura was dissipating, and the two supreme fiendish Tao powers were colliding. Shen Tong's cultivation and combat strength were not weaker than the demonic rock emperor's. The sound-killing technique that he used blocked the demonic rock emperor's sky-covering demonic hand. Swoosh! Immediately, an extremely sharp sword light rushed out of Shen Tong's hand and instantly appeared in front of the demonic rock emperor. The chilly sword chi caused the surrounding temperature to drop rapidly. Buzz! At that moment, the three-boundary monument in the demonic rock emperor's hand shook. The sword light immediately seemed to have slashed at an invisible wall and shattered. Seeing that, Shen Tong could not help but be shocked. If the demonic rock emperor used the supreme Tao weapon in his hand, it would definitely not be a good thing for him. At that moment, the nine-headed demonic dragon and the other demons had already escaped to God knows where. These guys were extremely shrewd, and even their eyelashes were empty. With the supreme Tao weapon in the demonic rock emperor's hand, no one was a match for the demonic rock emperor. If they wanted to live, they could only run for their lives. Facing the demonic rock emperor now would definitely be courting death. Swoosh! Shen Tong was terrified. He immediately turned around and fled. However, at that moment, the three-boundary monument in the demonic rock emperor's hand had already been activated. A wave of three realms power erupted from the three-boundary monument. With a clanging sound, the three realms power emitted from the three-boundary monument transformed into a divine chain that instantly pierced through Shen Tong's demonic body. Roar! Shen Tong roared. Then, with a boom, with a bang, his entire devil body exploded, turning into a bloody mist. However, a shocking scene appeared. The divine chains actually coiled around the bloody mist. Within the bloody mist, a vague bloody shadow could be seen. The divine chain formed by the three realms power wrapped around this bloody shadow. This bloody shadow was Shen Tong's principal spirit. Shen Tong's cultivation technique was different from the others. The state of his principal spirit was different from that of ordinary demons. However, no matter how special his principal spirit was, it would be difficult for him to escape this time. The divine chain formed by the three realms power that erupted from the three-boundary monument could bind everything. Whether it was the principal spirit or the demonic body, as long as they were entangled by the divine chain formed by the three realms power on the three-boundary monument, the outcome would be the same no matter how powerful they were. The bloody mist was vast and mighty, and the blood-colored figure was struggling. The powerful power of a demon lord was vast and mighty. However, all of this was in vain. The bloody shadow was entangled by the divine chain and struggled to fly towards the three-boundary monument. The blood-colored demonic figure was directly pulled into the three-boundary monument by the divine chain. All the bloody mist was also absorbed and devoured by the three-boundary monument. An extremely powerful demon lord was killed by the three-boundary monument just like that. That's it. The demonic rock emperor was inexplicably shocked when he saw this scene. The power of the supreme Tao artifact that his master had given him was so astonishing that it could easily kill a demon lord. At that moment, the power of the three-boundary monument was converging. Don't! The demonic rock emperor hurriedly activated the power of the three-boundary monument. The divine chain once again rushed out of the three-boundary monument and directly pierced through the Xuanju city's city-protecting array. Without any suspense, the great Tao divine chain directly broke through the power of the city-protecting array and then destroyed the array core. The power of the city-protecting array immediately dissipated in the void. This. Chapter 3102. In the end, the city lord of Xuanju City, Xian Tong, was killed by the demonic rock emperor using the three-boundary stele. This shocked all the experts of the demons. After all, Xian Tong was the Chongqi demon. Chongqi was originally an ancient ferocious beast. After falling into the demonic Tao in the chaos demon world, he became even more ferocious. His cultivation and battle prowess also rose. However, Xian Tong stopped Liu Mo and Mo Kuei's deceit and fought against Ji Yufei. Thus, tragedy befell him. It had to be said that Liu Mo and Mo Kuei were truly jinxes. Wherever they went, they would bring disaster. However, the two of them were extraordinarily lucky. When the demonic rock emperor broke through the Xuanju city's protective formation and entered the city, he found that Liu Mo and Mo Kuei had disappeared. Xian Tong is really trash. He actually lost to the demonic rock emperor. In a mountain range thousands of miles away from Xuanju City, two demonic figures were standing in the dark and talking softly. They were Liu Mo and Mo Kuei. It's not that Xian Tong is trash, but that the demonic rock emperor has something to rely on, said Liu Mo. Xian Tong's cultivation and battle prowess were still very strong. At least, they were not inferior to him. Otherwise, he would not have been able to rope Xian Tong in. Liu Mo felt that it was a pity that Xian Tong had died. That guy is dead. Let's leave this place quickly, said Mo Kuei. This place was not far from Xuanju City. If the demonic rock emperor discovered them and tracked them, they would be in big trouble. Yes, where should we go? Liu Mo said in a low voice. Leave the western region or join the Falling Moon Demon Palace, said Mo Kuei. To him, leaving the western region was the best choice. However, if he joined the Falling Moon Demon Palace, he might be able to use the power of the Falling Moon Demon Palace to fight against the Black Demon Mountain. Because of the existence of Ji Yufei, the strength of the Black Demon Mountain had increased exponentially. Even the Falling Moon Demon Palace was very wary of the current Black Demon Mountain and would not easily start a war. Join the Falling Moon Demon Palace. When Liu Mo heard this, his eyes immediately lit up and his face became ferocious. He had suffered a great loss on the Black Demon Mountain, so he naturally wanted revenge. What? I was just joking. You can't really be thinking of joining the Falling Moon Devil Palace, right? Mo Kuei hurriedly said. The Black Demon Mountain was not to be trifled with. If they did not handle it well, they might even lose their lives. That would not be fun. Let's go, Fallen Moon Devil Palace. With a wave of his hand, Liu Mo soared into the sky and flew towards the ancestral grounds of the Falling Moon Devil Palace. Madman. Mo Kuei looked at Liu Mo's figure. Even though he was unwilling, he still chased after him. Heavenly Demon Lake was already finished. Mo Kuei could only follow Liu Mo. Just as Liu Mo and Mo Kuei were heading to the Falling Moon Demon Palace, the demonic rock emperor entered the Xuanju City and took over the entire city. After taking down the Xuanju City, Demon Emperor Peng could raise his head in front of Demon Supremacy Luo Peng and the others. Most importantly, his master, Ji Yufei, trusted him. In this way, even Mystic Demon Mountain Lord wouldn't dare to do anything to him. As the Xuanju City was taken over by the demonic rock emperor, the forces that were still watching surrendered one after another. In an instant, all the forces in the territory of the Heavenly Demon Lake surrendered to the Black Demon Mountain. Just as the demonic rock emperor took over the Xuanju City, Ji Yufei also came out of seclusion. He had already comprehended the secret of the Heavenly Demon Lake, the undying body of the Heavenly Demon Lake. If he encountered a demonic expert who cultivated this kind of mystique again, he could easily kill him. Ji Yufei already knew that this mystique of the demonic path was actually created to restrain the Ascension Secret Technique, one of the 9 secrets of the Immortal Path. Unfortunately, this mystique was not comparable to the Ascension Secret Technique. As Ji Yufei came out of seclusion, Mystic Demon Mountain Lord, who rarely appeared on the Mystic Demon Mountain, also jumped out. Once Demon Supremacy Luo Peng received the news, he immediately came to greet Ji Yufei. Phoenix Sparrow Demonis also came. In an instant, the three leaders of the Mystic Demon Mountain gathered in the Mystic Demon Hall at the peak of the mountain. A black-robed young man sat on the throne in the middle of the hall. This black-robed young man was tall and slender. He was not very handsome, but he gave off a resolute aura. His features were distinct, and he had a different kind of attraction. "Where's the demonic rock emperor?" Ji Yufei glanced at the Mystic Demon Mountain Lord and the others and said, "Well, Master, the demonic rock emperor might still be in the Xuanju city." Luo Peng said, "He's still in the Xuanju city. With the Dao artifact that I gave him, can't he take down the Xuanju city?" Ji Yufei was a little displeased. "We don't know about that." Luo Peng said. "Ha ha." At that moment, laughter came from afar. A rock appeared at the end of the sky, but in the next moment, the rock quickly approached the Mystic Demon Mountain. It was a demonic rock, and its huge body covered the entire sky. The demonic experts on the Mystic Demon Mountain were inexplicably shocked when they saw this scene. At that moment, they finally knew what it meant to have wings like the clouds in the sky. A powerful demonic aura descended from the sky without any concealment, causing countless demonic cultivators on the Mystic Demon Mountain to be terrified. However, the huge demonic rock above the Mystic Demon Mountain disappeared very quickly. A figure appeared high in the sky, then flew down from the sky and entered the Mystic Demon Hall. "Master, I'm back." The demonic rock emperor walked into the Mystic Demon Hall and bowed to Ji Yufei, who was sitting on the throne. "Well, have a seat." Ji Yufei waved his hand and said, "Thank you for the seat, Master." As the demonic rock emperor spoke, he bowed to Ji Yufei again, then walked to the side and sat opposite Luo Peng and the others. Luo Peng looked at the complacent demonic rock emperor, but his expression became a little gloomy. In fact, he had already received the news that the demonic rock emperor had successfully breached the Xuanju city and killed the city lord of the Xuanju city, Xian Tong. "Tell me, how did it go?" Ji Yufei glanced at the demonic rock emperor and said, "Master, I was lucky enough to not let you down. I successfully breached the Xuanju city and killed the city lord, Xian Tong." The demonic rock emperor stood up and bowed to Ji Yufei. "Very good." As Ji Yufei spoke, he waved his hand, and an ancient tablet immediately flew out of the demonic rock emperor's body and landed in his hand. The ancient tablet emitted an extremely weak aura, causing all the demons in the hall to be terrified, and their souls to tremble. The demonic rock emperor looked at the ancient tablet in Ji Yufei's hand, and a trace of reluctance appeared on his face. That was because he was very clear about the power of this ancient tablet. With this ancient tablet, he could easily kill Xian Tong, whose cultivation level was comparable to his. Moreover, he still had 2 chances to use the ancient tablet. However, Ji Yufei ignored the demonic rock emperor and put away the ancient tablet in his hand. "Alright, I have something for you to do now." Ji Yufei glanced at all the demons present and said. Hearing this, Black Demon Mountain Lord and the other demonic experts immediately became spirited. "I'm willing to go through fire and water for Master." Chapter 3103. Ji Yufei came out of seclusion. He retrieved the 3-boundary monument from Devil Rock Emperor's hand and ordered Black Demon Mountain Lord and the others to look for the passageway to the other great worlds. What? Hearing Ji Yufei's words, Black Demon Mountain Lord and the other demons were taken aback. Their master wanted to go to the other great worlds. However, when they remembered that Ji Yufei was not a creature from the primal chaos demon world, Black Demon Mountain Lord and the other demons understood. Although they did not know how Ji Yufei came to the primal chaos demon world, they knew that Ji Yufei would not be able to find the way back. Otherwise, Ji Yufei would not have ordered them to look for the passageway to the other great worlds. "Go, whoever can find it, I'll impart the undying body of the sky demon to that person," Yi Futian said. Ji Yufei waved his hand and said. This, hearing Ji Yufei's words, even Black Demon Mountain Lord was a little excited. The Undying Heavenly Demon Body technique was a secret technique of the Heavenly Demon Lake. If they could get their hands on this technique, their battle strength would definitely increase greatly and they would almost have an undying body. It was impossible for anyone not to be tempted. What? What are you guys still standing here for? Hurry up and go. Gu Fei glanced at the experts of the demon race in the main hall and said indifferently. Although his tone was calm, it was filled with an unquestionable might. Yes, Master. When the demons regained their senses, they were all extremely excited. One should know that the undying heavenly demon body technique was definitely a top-notch technique among the demons. The demons in the hall immediately retreated. Rock Demon, your luck seems to be pretty good. Outside the hall, Demon Venerable Luo Peng looked at Demonic Rock Emperor and said with a smile. Haha, this daddy's luck has always been pretty good. Why? Are you jealous? Demonic Rock Emperor laughed heartily. He didn't like Luo Peng very much. Luo Peng was like a fox exploiting a tiger's might. If it wasn't for Black Demon Mountain Lord backing him up, Luo Peng wouldn't have dared to be presumptuous in front of him. He knew very well that he was not a member of Black Demon Mountain. He only served Gu Fei. Therefore, Black Demon Mountain was divided into two camps. One camp was the former camp led by Black Demon Mountain Lord, while the other was the Demonic Lake camp led by Demonic Rock Emperor. Although the Heavenly Demon Lake no longer existed, the Demonic Rock Emperor brought back many experts from the Heavenly Demon Lake when he returned to the mystical Demon Mountain. These demons only Demonic Lake. This time, Demonic Rock Emperor returned to Mountain. This made the Black Demon Mountain Master very unhappy. One must know that he was the original master of the Black Demon Mountain. But now, the master of the Black Demon Mountain had become Gu Fei. Just as Gu Fei sent Black Demon Mountain Lord and the other demons to find the passageways to other great realms, Demonic Liu and Mo Kuei arrived at the mountain gate of Falling Moon Demon Palace. After Demonic Liu revealed his identity, a demonic figure quickly walked out of the Falling Moon Demon Palace and led Demonic Liu and Mo Kuei to the Falling Moon Demon Palace. At this time, Demonic Mountain Lord and the other demons began to move. Everyone wanted to obtain the cultivation method of the undying heavenly demon body. However, the passageways to other great realms were not so easy to find. Of course, in the Chaos Demon world, there were such places in the legends. There was such a place in the Western region. However, it was a forbidden area. It was a forbidden area that other living beings could not come out after entering. However, on this day, there were many powerful figures appearing outside the forbidden area. Burning Demon Desolate Domain. This was what the demonic path living beings in the western region of the Chaos Demon world called this place. Legend had it that this place was formed after a fire demon of the extreme path died. The demonic fire in the desolate domain could melt the hardest divine metal in the world. It could also burn a great demon venerable to death. Everyone knew how terrifying the demonic fire was. The place where the extreme path demon venerable died was definitely extraordinary. There were unknown dangers. Since ancient times, none of the demonic path living beings that entered the burning demon desolate domain came out alive. However, there was a legend that there was a relic in the burning demon desolate domain. There was an altar there. The ancient altar could send away any living being that climbed onto the altar. Some demonic path living beings guessed that the legendary altar was a teleportation formation that could teleport across realms. However, no one had ever heard of any demonic path living beings walking out of the burning demon desolate domain alive. Therefore, no one knew if there was such a relic in the burning demon desolate domain. However, at this time, to some demonic path living beings, they would rather believe that there was a relic in the burning demon desolate domain. Very soon, the news that there were demonic path living beings gathering in the burning demon desolate domain spread out. The demonic path living beings in the western region also became restless. Everyone knew that there was a peerless demonic treasure in the burning demon desolate domain. However, no one dared to have any ideas about the peerless demonic treasure. Now that the demonic path living beings had gathered, they were naturally going for the peerless demonic treasure. Even the people from the Falling Moon Demon Palace could not sit still. There were powerful demonic shadows walking out of the Falling Moon Demon Palace. It's the people from the Black Demon Mountain. What are they doing? Very soon, someone recognized the identity of the demonic path-living beings outside the burning demon desolate domain. Many of the demon cultivators were shocked. It should be known that not long ago, the Black Demon Mountain destroyed the demonic lake. There was no doubt about the strength of the demonic lake. It was one of the 3 great sects in the western region. However, the demonic lake, whose strength was second only to the falling moon demon palace, was actually destroyed by the weakest sect, the Black Demon Mountain. This matter was unbelievable. Now, the people from the Black Demon Mountain actually appeared here. Could it be that the Black Demon Mountain was eyeing the peerless demonic treasure in the burning demon desolate domain? All the demon cultivators were guessing the intentions of the Black Demon Mountain. However, no one could guess the intentions of the Black Demon Mountain. In the end, even the figure of the Black Demon Mountain's master appeared outside the burning demon desolate domain. This caused many of the demon cultivators who were watching to be incomparably shocked. Not long after the Black Demon Mountain's master arrived, someone saw a demonic rock that was even bigger than a mountain flying across the sky. A terrifying demonic might descended from the sky. That's the demonic rock emperor. Some of the demon cultivators recognized the origin of the demonic rock. Even the demonic rock emperor is here. The older generation of demon cultivators felt that they were in big trouble. One must know that the news of the demonic rock emperor breaching the Xuanju city and killing the city lord, Xian Tong, had already spread. Xian Tong was a famous cultivator in the western domain. The ferocious might of the Chongqi demon shook the western domain. Although he was only a city lord, his reputation was even greater than the ruler of the demonic lake. Even Xian Tong died in the hands of the demonic rock emperor. The others were definitely not a match for the demonic rock emperor. At this time, when night fell, there would be peerless demonic light rushing out from the burning demon desolate domain from time to time. That was a sign that the peerless demonic treasure was about to appear. The peerless demonic treasure in the burning demon desolate domain was something that countless demon cultivators yearned for. Even the great demon venerable would covet it and want to obtain it. More and more demon cultivators gathered outside the burning demon desolate domain. Not to mention the demon Dao cultivators of the western domain, even the demon Dao cultivators outside the western domain had rushed over. Rumble, under the moonlight, a demon coffin emitted a terrifying demonic might and swept across the sky above the mountains. Someone who saw this scene couldn't help but be indescribably shocked. They thought that a sect master level existence had come. This was a ruthless person who hid in the demon coffin. However, the demonic might that erupted from the demon coffin was earth-shattering. Chapter 3104. Demons from all directions were rushing towards the burning devil desolate domain. Sect master level existences had finally appeared. Someone saw a devil coffin flying through the sky of the mountain range under the moonlight, exuding a world-shaking devilish might. There were also people who saw a terrifying devil silhouette walking through the mountain range. Everywhere this devil silhouette passed by, all the vitality in the surroundings would be rapidly extinguished, and all the vitality would be devoured cleanly by that devil silhouette. Rumble, in the darkness of the night, a devil palace was rapidly approaching the burning devil desolate domain. It was like a gigantic mountain, and the terrifying devilish might radiating from the devil palace caused the entire space to tremble. It was as though the sky was about to collapse. The major character of the falling moon devil palace has arrived. Someone exclaimed. At this moment, on the mountain peak outside the burning devil desolate domain, numerous devil silhouettes could be seen. Some of them were pointing at the devil palace that was currently flying over. The falling moon devil palace was definitely the #1 power in the western domain. There was no doubt about this. Just when the major character of the falling moon devil palace arrived, from another direction, a devil mountain was also rushing over. On the peak of that devil mountain, an incomparably powerful devil silhouette could be seen. Moon devil, to think that you are still alive. The devil silhouette standing on the peak of the devil mountain spoke. Upon hearing the words of that devil silhouette, all the devil cultivators in the mountain range were shocked. This fellow actually dared to speak to Lord Moon Devil in such a manner. Moon Devil had a great reputation in the western domain. Also, He had dominated the Western domain for thousands of years and had never suffered a defeat. All those who went against him were all killed by him. Moon Devil had another nickname in the Western domain, Undefeatable Moon Devil. "Mph, you are not dead yet, how can I die?" Such words rang out from the Devil Palace. This was a soul-hooking devil voice. Countless devil cultivators in the mountain range instantly turned dumbfounded, as though their souls were hooked by the devil voice. At this moment, a devil coffin emitting a towering devil chi rushed over from afar. Devil runes appeared on the surface of the devil coffin, intertwining unceasingly, forming an ancient devil diagram. "Devil Sovereign Sha." A cry of surprise came from the demon palace. Venerable Shamo wasn't a sect master-level existence in the western region of the Chaos Devil world, but his name had spread to the western region. Some of the older generation experts had heard of the name Devil Emperor. "That guy is here too." At the peak of the Devil Mountain, that devil figure mumbled to himself. The strength of the Corpse Devil Lord was indisputable. This Devil Lord was an ancient corpse devil that cultivated to this level. The origin of this ancient demon corpse was very mysterious. Some people said that it was transformed from a demon god that died in battle in the last era, while others said that it was nourished by the endless demon chi in a land of death, giving birth to its intelligence and cultivating. All in all, the origin of the corpse demon Venerable was rather legendary. Shadow Demon Lord, to think that you still haven't found a suitable demon body and still look half dead. A powerful demonic thought came from the devil coffin. Clearly, Corpse Demon Venerable recognized the powerful demonic figure on top of the Devil Mountain. These were all sect master-level existences. Although they were called Devil Venerables, they actually had the cultivation and combat strength of a great Devil Venerable. They were one of the strongest group of devil experts in the Chaos Devil world. "Even if I'm half dead, it's still better than you lying in a coffin," Shadow Demon Venerable said. "What? You still want to fight?" Corpse Demon Venerable said coldly. The devil might emitted from the stone coffin grew stronger. The monstrous demon chi from the coffin shrouded half of the sky. "Do you think I'm afraid of you? If you want to fight, then fight," the devil figure on top of the Devil Mountain said. He actually stepped on the Devil Mountain and rushed towards the stone coffin. The Chaos Demon chi on top of the Devil Mountain was vast and mighty. Rumble, as soon as the Devil Mountain moved, the void of the entire heaven and earth trembled. Black and malevolent spatial cracks appeared in the void. Seeing this scene, the countless devil cultivators in the mountain were indescribably shocked. If these two sect master-level existences were to fight, things wouldn't be fun anymore. All the devil cultivators were shocked and retreated far away at the first moment. Once these two sect master-level existences were to fight, they might become collateral damage. To sect master-level existences, the countless demons in the mountain were nothing but a bunch of ants. The life and death of ants was naturally not something that sect master-level existences would care about. Boom. Corpse Devil Venerable didn't waste any more words. The devil coffin directly collided with the incoming Devil Mountain, instantly colliding with the Devil Mountain. It was as if two true primordial demonic mountains had collided together. At the instant the stone coffin collided with the demonic mountain, the entire space collapsed and was annihilated. This was a barbaric collision. There was no technique involved. The devil coffin was sent flying while the Devil Mountain was sent flying thousands of feet away. Haha, Corpse Demon, you're still the same. Your temper is still as bad as ever. On top of the Devil Mountain, the black smoke-like devil figure laughed loudly. Again. Corpse Demon Venerable once again controlled the devil coffin to collide with the devil figure on top of the Devil Mountain. The devil might descended from the sky, causing the mountains to tremble. Countless demons in the mountain were incomparably shocked as they watched the scene in the sky. A sect master-level existence was fighting. This wasn't something that they could see often. All the demons were incomparably excited. At this moment, there were still some demons who retreated far away. Not everyone could withstand the powerful devil might of a great devil venerable. However, there were also many experts among the demons who didn't retreat. They were all watching the battle from a close distance. Black Demon Mountain Lord was one of them. He stood on top of a mountain and raised his head to watch the battle in front of him. Devil marks were interweaving in his eyes. A battle of this level was also a good thing for him. One must know that he was also a sect master level existence. High up in the sky, there was another figure standing in the clouds, watching the scene below. Boom! Bang! Two devil energies kept clashing. The devil coffin and the devil mountain kept shattering the void. This was a power that could destroy the heavens and earth. Only a sect master level existence could have such cultivation and combat strength. Corpse Demon Venerable and Shadow Demon Venerable weren't fighting with their lives on the line. They were just probing each other. It has been a long time since they fought. Naturally, they wanted to probe each other's strength first. These two fellows, in the Devil Palace, Moon Demon was somewhat speechless. These two fellows truly had no scruples. If they wanted to attack, they would attack. If they wanted to fight, they would fight. This was the great Devil Venerable, unscrupulous. The way of doing things for the Devil Path seemed to be like this as well. Being free and unrestrained was what a devil was. On the other hand, the righteous path had too many scruples. This would affect their cultivation. Boom! At this moment, a loud sound rang out from the sky. After that, the devil coffin and the devil mountain were both blasted away. They then stood in a stalemate and didn't attack again. They had already probed each other's strength. They didn't have the confidence to defeat each other. Hence, they wouldn't act rashly because they didn't want to fight with their lives on the line. At this time, the peerless demonic light emitted from the burning devil desolate domain became more and more frequent. The peerless demonic treasure was about to be born. To all the demonic cultivators gathered outside the burning devil desolate domain, this was an important matter of the utmost importance. Both Corpse Demon Venerable and Shadow Demon Venerable weren't willing to waste their strength. They wanted to conserve their strength. Haha, why aren't you two old things fighting anymore? A bell-like laughter rang out from the Devil Palace. The voice contained a soul-stirring devilish power, causing those demons who had retreated far away to fall into a daze. Hey, little girl, do you want to fight as well? A devil sense fluctuation came from the devil coffin. Corpse Demon Venerable was incomparably ferocious. He actually wanted to fight against Moon Demon in the Devil Palace. Forget it. If you guys want to play, then play. But don't drag me into it. Moon Demon said. Forget it if you don't want to. Corpse Demon Venerable said. Moon Demon Venerable had never been defeated in his life. No one dared to look down on this great Demon Venerable, including Corpse Demon Venerable. He knew very well how strong and terrifying Moon Demon Venerable was. Little girl, why don't we join forces and get rid of this guy lying in the coffin? On top of the Devil Mountain, the Devil Shadow said. When Corpse Demon Venerable heard Shadow Demon Venerable's words, he was shocked. If Shadow Demon Venerable and Moon Demon were to join forces, he would be in danger. Not interested. Find someone else to join forces with you. Moon Demon's voice came from the Devil Palace. Hearing the Moon Demon's words, Corpse Demon Venerable, who was in the demon coffin, heaved a sigh of relief. The cultivation and battle strength of the three of them were on par. Once the Moon Demon and Shadow Demon Venerable joined forces, they would undoubtedly be able to defeat Corpse Demon Venerable. Haha, then what are you interested in? Shadow Demon Venerable laughed. If I said that I'm interested in your life, would you believe me? Moon Demon said. Haha, I can't hand my life over to you. Shadow Demon Venerable said. Little girl, why don't you join forces with me? Corpse Demon Venerable in the stone coffin said. I don't wish to join forces with you either. Moon Demon said. She had become the target of the two great sect masters, but she didn't wish to be used by others. The feeling of being used by others was truly unpleasant. Haha, that devil shadow on top of the Devil Mountain laughed out loud. This bunch of fellas. Just as the three great demon venerables were planning their own wishful thinking, a black-robed young man was sitting in the clouds high up in the sky. Beside this black-robed young man was a short table. On the table, there were many immortal fruits and wine. This black-robed young man was currently drinking by himself, looking extremely relaxed. Compared to the tense situation below, The clouds were extremely calm. No one could sense the existence of this black-robed young man, not even the three great sect masters. It was as if this black-robed young man didn't exist at all. That person was Ji Fei. He had also come to the burning devil desolate domain. Behind him stood three demonic path experts. The one in front was the demonic Peng Emperor, while the other two were the demonic sovereign Luo Peng and the Phoenix Sparrow Demon Girl. Master, why don't you make a move and show these idiots how strong you are? Devil Emperor Peng said. There's no sense of accomplishment fighting these people. Let's just forget about it. Ji Fei shook his head. He was a cultivator, a quasi-supreme, which was equivalent to the so-called Great Demon Venerables in the primal Chaos Demon realm. Cultivators were invincible in the same realm. Corpse Demon Venerable in the Stone Coffin, Shadow Demon Venerable, and Moon Demon Venerable in the Devil Palace were no match for him. Unless there was an even stronger existence, he would have the urge to make a move. At this moment, another beam of demonic light shot out from the burning devil desolate domain, piercing through the void. An extremely strong demonic energy gushed out from the burning devil desolate domain. Peerless demonic treasure. Ji Fei couldn't help but murmur to himself when he saw this scene. At the moment when the demonic light shot out from the burning devil desolate domain, he felt an extreme aura. Chapter 3105. In the burning devil desolate domain, a peerless demonic treasure was born. This attracted all the powerful demons of the Chaos Demon world to gather outside the burning devil desolate domain. The Corpse Demon Venerable and the Shadow Demon Venerable even fought. The battle between the Great Demon Venerables shocked all the living beings of the Demon Dao, but they were also very excited. It should be known that it was not common to see a battle between the Great Demon Venerables. However, it was a pity that the Corpse Demon Venerable and the Shadow Demon Venerable were just testing each other. They did not really want to determine the outcome of the battle. At this moment, rays of demonic light rushed out from the burning devil desolate domain. A terrifying demonic aura surged out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. Rumble, a thunderous sound came from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. The entire void looked like it was going to collapse. All the living beings of the Demon Dao outside the burning devil desolate domain were shocked. However, the supreme demonic power suddenly retreated like the tide and vanished. However, the next moment, the demonic energy exploded again. It was like a beating heart. The demonic energy was sometimes strong and sometimes weak. Moreover, it was very rhythmic. What's going on? High up in the sky, in the clouds, Ji Fei was also very surprised. It seemed like there was a demonic heart beating in the burning devil desolate domain. Moreover, within that demonic energy, there was a strong life force. No one knew what was going on, because no one had been able to walk out alive after entering the burning devil desolate domain. Every time a peerless demonic treasure was born, countless living beings of the Demon Dao would fall. Of course, nothing was absolute in the world. No one saw it, but it did not mean that no one could walk out of the burning devil desolate domain alive. At least, that was what Ji Fei thought. In the Chaos Demon world, there were definitely existences of the extreme demon ancestor level. Therefore, there were extreme demon weapons in the Chaos Demon world. With the protection of extreme demon weapons, there was nowhere in the world that one could not go. Those super forces in the Chaos Demon world might have extreme demon weapons. To Ji Fei, this was also a challenge and a threat. At this time, some demon path powerhouses could no longer sit still. Some demon path powerhouses rushed into the burning devil desolate domain with demonic artifacts to protect themselves. However, in the next moment, without any warning, the Demon Dao expert who had just charged into the burning devil desolate domain suddenly let out a miserable shriek, and his body was suddenly covered in demonic flames. In the blink of an eye, the demonic cultivator was reduced to a skeleton by the demonic fire. Then, he fell from the sky, his body and soul destroyed. Seeing this scene, the countless demons outside the burning devil desolate domain were indescribably shocked. Because no one could clearly see how the demons that barged into the burning devil desolate domain was burned to ashes by the demonic fire. Where did the demonic fire come from? Some of the older generation of demons were unable to see what had happened in that instant. The demonic flames seemed to have appeared out of thin air, causing all the demons to feel their hearts palpitate. For a moment, no one dared to recklessly barge into that area. Demon Venerable Sure, do you dare to enter? Shadow Demon Venerable, who was facing off against the demon coffin, stood on top of the demon mountain and asked. Haha. Shadow Demon Venerable, if you want to go in yourself. Prodding me is useless. A demonic will rippled out from the demon coffin. From the start to the end, Demon Venerable Sure had yet to come out from the demon coffin, looking extremely mysterious. TSK, timid as a mouse. So what if I go in now? As Shadow Demon Venerable spoke, he really stepped on the demon mountain and dashed towards the burning devil desolate domain. Under the watchful eyes of all the demon Tao cultivators, he barged into the burning devil desolate domain. What? All the demons present were extremely shocked. None of them had expected Shadow Demon Venerable to actually dare to barge into a place as such. The previous example was still fresh in their minds. Even Jiu Fei, who was within the clouds, was taken aback. One must know that the burning devil desolate domain was filled with danger, and the demonic fire seemed to be everywhere. Indeed, it didn't take long before Shadow Demon Venerable ran into trouble. A series of demonic flames descended from the heavens, burning towards Shadow Demon Venerable, who was standing at the peak of the demon mountain. Rumble. The demon mountain trembled as a series of ancient demonic marks appeared and interweaved on the surface of the demon mountain. A supreme power of the demon Tao erupted from the demon mountain. Soon after, a ball of light appeared in the void, enveloping Mo Kuei as well as the demon mountain under his feet. Streams of demonic flames descended from the heavens and collided with the protective demonic light barrier around Shadow Demon Venerable. Instantly, the protective demonic light barrier trembled as though it could shatter at any moment. After blocking the demonic flames, Shadow Demon Venerable continued heading towards the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. Looking at this scene, the countless living beings outside the burning devil desolate domain were astonished. To think that this demon Emperor Peng would have such a mystic skill that could defend against the demonic flames. Very soon, Shadow Demon Venerable's figure disappeared from the eyes of all the living beings within the burning devil desolate domain. This fella, sensing this, Demon Venerable Sure was extremely shocked. To think that Shadow Demon Venerable would barge into the burning devil desolate domain without any reservations. Could he have obtained some sort of trump card? However, at this moment, a furious roar rang out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. After that, a powerful shockwave gushed out, causing the heavens and earth to tremble. After that, a demon mountain rushed out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. On top of the demon mountain, there was devil blood dripping down. However, Shadow Demon Venerable had disappeared. Boom! With a loud bang, the demon mountain actually exploded. Countless fragments shot out in all directions. Some of the fragments even rushed out from the burning devil desolate domain. Everyone hurriedly dodged. Haha, seeing this scene, Demon Venerable Sure laughed out loud. Although Shadow Demon Venerable was powerful, the dangers within the burning devil desolate domain were unimaginable. Even someone as powerful as Shadow Demon Venerable had fallen. Even his demon mountain had exploded. No one was able to sense how Shadow Demon Venerable died. Even Jiu Fei, who was high up in the clouds, was astonished by this scene. Demon Venerable Sure and Moon Demon were both extremely cautious. At this moment, there were still many experts rushing towards the burning devil desolate domain. However, the number of demons gathering outside the burning devil desolate domain was increasing. Outside the burning devil desolate domain, no one spoke. The news of Shadow Demon Venerable's death spread out, shaking the entire cultivation world of the Chaos Demon world. One should know that Shadow Demon Venerable was an ancient demon venerable. At this moment, the burning devil desolate domain gradually calmed down. The terrifying shockwave from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain retreated like a receding tide. Although the demon mountain has exploded, Shadow Demon Venerable might not have fallen. Within the demon palace, Moon Demon's voice rang out. No one saw Shadow Demon Venerable's death with their own eyes. This meant that he might still be alive. Shadow Demon Venerable's cultivation technique was different from the rest. What's going on? At this moment, there was a life force surging out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. This seemed to be confirming Moon Demon's words, causing Demon Venerable sure to be indescribably shocked. The sky was dark. The sky above the burning devil desolate domain was covered by demonic clouds. Within the pitch-black demonic clouds, blood-colored lightning would occasionally flash. Suddenly, someone noticed that it was raining. He reached out his hand to touch it. Lowering his head, he was instantly shocked to see his hand drenched in blood. It was raining, but it was a terrifying rain of blood. This caused the countless cultivators of the demons outside the burning devil desolate domain to be inexplicably shocked. The sky was actually raining blood. Rumble, blood-colored lightning wreaked havoc along with the rain of blood. Every single bolt of lightning tore through the void. Wherever the lightning passed, a pitch-black spatial crack would be left behind. Under the effect of the heaven and earth powers, the spatial crack that was torn apart by the blood-colored lightning was rapidly mending itself. The black spatial crack was rapidly disappearing. At this moment, the demonic cultivators outside the burning devil desolate domain suddenly looked into the burning devil desolate domain with incomparable shock. They were simply dumbfounded. Within the rain of blood, terrifying figures appeared one after another. These figures were like specters, wandering aimlessly within the burning devil desolate domain. What are those things? A cultivator of the demons exclaimed. The blood-colored figures wandering within the burning devil desolate domain seemed to have no physical form. No one knew how these blood-colored figures were formed. However, their instincts told them that these things were very dangerous. What's going on with those blood-colored figures? High up in the sky, Gu Fei's gaze pierced through the heaven and earth, directly into the burning devil desolate domain that was raining blood. He saw those figures bathed in the rain of blood. Master, your subordinate doesn't know. The demonic rock emperor, who was standing behind Gu Fei, said. I'll bestow you a Dao treasure. Go down and take a look. As Gu Fei spoke, he waved his right hand. A stone tablet immediately flew up from his hand and flew towards the demonic rock emperor. When the demonic rock emperor saw this, he was instantly overjoyed. He hurriedly caught the flying three-boundary stele and left to carry out his orders. At this moment, when they saw that the demonic rock emperor could use an extreme Dao treasure again, they couldn't help but be incomparably jealous. They exchanged glances and could see the envy and hatred in each other's eyes. The demonic rock emperor directly charged down from the sky. With an extreme Dao treasure in his hand, he wasn't afraid of anyone. Even if he were to face the moon demon or the demon sovereign, he would still be able to put up a fight. Swoosh! The demonic rock emperor directly landed on a mountain outside the burning devil desolate domain. Then, he scanned the surroundings and saw that there were actually many existences whose cultivation and battle prowess were much stronger than his. On a mountain far away, when the demonic rock emperor saw the demonic rock emperor descend from the sky without fear of the various sect leaders, he knew that the demonic rock emperor definitely had something up his sleeves. In the next moment, the demonic rock emperor actually directly charged into the burning devil desolate domain. He actually had no scruples, nor did he panic. The moment he entered the desolate domain, a ball of divine light surged from the demonic rock emperor's body and enveloped him, blocking the blood rain. Although there was a terrifying blood rain in the desolate domain, it didn't matter to the demonic rock emperor whether or not it rained, because the blood rain was completely ignored by the demonic rock emperor. Chapter 3106. The extreme Dao weapon that Gu Fei had bestowed upon him allowed the demonic rock emperor to ignore all the dangers in the burning demon desolate domain. Naturally, the demonic rock emperor rushed into the burning demon desolate domain without any hesitation. He wanted to help Gu Fei find out the truth about the burning demon desolate domain. However, at this moment, a bloody rain started to fall in the burning demon desolate domain. This wasn't an ordinary bloody rain, but a demon blood rain that contained a demonic aura. Even the experts among the demons would instantly turn into skeletons if they were drenched by this demon blood rain. There was no suspense at all. Under the circumstances where the demon blood rain was wreaking havoc, No one dared to take the risk to enter the burning demon desolate domain. However, there was an exception, and that was the demonic rock emperor. The demon blood rain couldn't touch his body at all. There was a kind of domain power that spread out from his body, blocking all the demon blood rain outside his body. However, apart from the demon blood rain, on the blood-colored ground of the burning demon desolate domain, several bloody shadows actually stood up. The blurry bloody shadows didn't have a physical body, but they were extremely strange as they wandered in the bloody rain. The demonic rock emperor charged towards the blood shadow closest to him. Swoosh! The bloody shadow suddenly turned around, and 2 rays of bloody light shot out from the eyes of its head, sweeping towards the charging demonic rock emperor. What? The demonic rock emperor was taken aback. He could sense strong hostility and killing intent from the bloody shadow. It was as though a demonic shadow without a soul had come to life in an instant. Immediately after, a powerful demonic aura erupted from the crimson figure. What's going on? The demonic rock emperor hurriedly stopped. The demonic aura on his body was vast, and the shadow of a demonic rock could be vaguely seen on his body. The pressure of a pinnacle demon venerable erupted from his body. However, as the demonic rock emperor released his demonic might, the body of the bloody shadow opposite him also released a strong demonic might. Blood-colored demonic light shot into the sky. Oh no, how could I forget about this? The demonic rock emperor seemed to have thought of something as his face darkened. He had naturally heard of the legend of the burning demon desolate domain. This was a pitilessly dangerous place, and it was suspected that a demonic ancestor of the extreme path had fallen here. Throughout the years, countless demonic path experts had barged into this place in order to obtain the peerless demonic treasure. In other words, countless members of the Devil clan had perished in this area throughout the countless years of time. Some people had once guessed that these blood-colored specters ought to be formed from the undying obsession of those experts of the Devil clan that had perished in the area. This was an ominous sign. Among the powerful demons, some of them had too deep of an obsession. Therefore, an ominous sign would appear after they died. Especially in a pitilessly dangerous place like the burning Devil desolate region, this sort of ominous event was even more likely to occur. It was fine if one didn't offend this sort of blood-colored specter, but once one did, then it would be troublesome. The demonic rock emperor wanted to retreat, but it was already too late. The blood-colored demonic shadow had already pounced on him, and a gust of fishy wind immediately assaulted his face. When the fishy wind blew, the demonic rock emperor immediately felt dizzy and almost fell from the sky. What? The demonic rock emperor couldn't help but be shocked. An ancient tablet immediately flew out from his body. At this moment, the blood-colored demonic shadow happened to pounce on him. Bang! A dull sound of collision resounded. Just as the blood-colored demonic shadow was about to pounce on the demonic rock emperor, it seemed to have hit a transparent wall. It was sent flying and dissipated in the void. A strange and terrifying blood-colored demonic shadow disappeared just like that, as though it had never appeared. Outside the burning Devil desolate domain, the eyes of some demonic path leaders lit up when they saw the ancient tablet that had rushed out from the demonic rock emperor's body. Extreme Path Dao artifact. Some of the demonic path leaders muttered to themselves. Swoosh! One of the demonic path leaders made a move. A huge hand appeared in the void and grabbed at the demonic rock emperor from outside the burning Devil desolate domain. The demonic rock emperor wasn't nervous at all. That was because he had something to rely on. Even if the demonic path leaders made a move against him, he wouldn't be afraid of them. Within the burning Devil desolate domain, the demonic blood rain continued to fall. When the demonic blood rain fell on the demonic hand, it actually corroded and dimmed down. Before the demonic hand could grab the demonic rock emperor, it had already disappeared within the demonic blood rain. Haha. You want to catch me? Come on in if you have the guts. The demonic rock emperor laughed wantonly. His cold eyes swept across the high and mighty demons leaders outside the burning Devil desolate domain. A puny ant dares to act impudently before us? Come out obediently and hand over that ancient tablet. If you do, I will let you die a quick death. One of the demons leaders, who was hidden in the demonic clouds high up in the sky, said. TSK, the demonic rock emperor raised his middle finger at the demon's leader. You're dead. The demon's leader above the demonic clouds glared at the demonic rock emperor within the burning devil desolate domain and said. An extremely powerful demonic might burst out from the demon's leader's body. The demonic might of the demon's leader caused even heaven and earth to change color. Countless cultivators from the demons nearby were shocked and all of them retreated far away. Haha. Come on in if you have the guts. Otherwise, scram. The demonic rock emperor said with a somewhat crazed tone. Kid, you've got guts. Outside the burning devil desolate domain, the demon's leader above the demonic clouds gritted his teeth and said. There had never been anyone who dared to act so impudently before him. This fellow was simply courting death, unless he could continue hiding within the burning devil desolate domain. This daddy has always been a man of guts. I'm afraid an old man like you won't have the guts. The demonic rock emperor looked at the demon's leader above the burning devil desolate domain with a look of disdain. He recognized the demon's leader. He was an incomparably powerful great demon venerable known as the great demon venerable Ming Xian. He was a leader of the demons from the central region. This time, this great demon venerable had also come to the burning devil desolate domain to fight for the peerless demonic treasure. Roar. The great demon venerable Ming Xian let out a long roar towards the sky. The entire sky and the void were shaking. It was extremely terrifying. Even the other great demon venerables were shocked, especially the great demon venerables from the western region. This demonic rock emperor was really crazy. He actually dared to provoke the great demon venerable. The great demon venerable Ming Xian wasn't someone to be trifled with. Even some of the great demon venerables from the western region were wary of this fellow and didn't want to offend him easily. Could it be that the demonic rock emperor was fearless and arrogant because he had someone backing him up? The leaders of the demons from the western region all knew that there was a peerless expert supporting Mount Mystic Demon. Otherwise, Mount Mystic Demon wouldn't have been able to annihilate Demonic Lake. This daddy has no time to talk nonsense with you. The demonic rock emperor said and turned around, rushing towards the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. At this moment, the three-boundary monument emitted a powerful aura. This aura enveloped the demonic rock emperor. The blood shadows that were wandering on the blood-red land avoided it. These blood shadows that had no consciousness seemed to be wary of the aura emitted by the three-boundary monument. Very quickly, the demonic rock emperor's figure disappeared within the demonic blood rain. The great demon venerable Ming Xian could only watch helplessly because he didn't dare to enter the burning devil desolate domain while the demonic blood rain was raining down. The demonic blood rain could corrode everything. If one didn't have a Dao artifact to protect himself, even a great demon venerable would die if he was drenched by the demonic blood rain. In fact, the leaders of the demons were happy to see the demonic rock emperor explore the path ahead. Boom! At this moment, a loud sound came from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. The entire burning devil desolate domain shook violently. After that, a figure flew out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. The demonic figure flew out of the burning devil desolate domain. Little fellow, karma really doesn't feel good. Die. High up in the sky, the great demon venerable Ming Xian, who was standing on the demonic clouds, laughed hideously. After that, he stretched out his hand and grabbed at the figure that flew out of the burning devil desolate domain. At this moment, the three-boundary stele wasn't with the demonic rock emperor. In the burning devil desolate domain, a divine light soared into the sky and broke through the layers of demonic clouds that enveloped the sky of the burning devil desolate domain. A powerful and terrifying aura spread out from the burning devil desolate domain. The bloody figures that were wandering on the bloody ground dissipated one after another and vanished completely in the void. Two supreme powers surged out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain. It was a confrontation of extreme powers. Even a great demon venerable felt great pressure. Did you ask me if you want to kill him? Just as the demonic rock emperor was about to be grabbed by the enormous demonic hand, a shocking sword light descended from the sky and destroyed the demonic hand in an instant. Who is it? The great demon venerable Ming Xian couldn't help but be furious when he saw that. There was actually someone who dared to save this little fellow. That person must be tired of living. He looked in the direction where the sword light came from. A figure could be seen standing in the sky. Behind this figure stood several powerful demonic figures. It was a black-clothed young man. The black-clothed young man waved his right hand, and the figure that flew out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain immediately flew towards him and landed next to him. The great demon Venerable Ming Xian couldn't help being shocked and furious when he saw that. This fellow dared to save this little fellow. This was simply a slap to his face. Master, the demonic rock emperor was battered and exhausted. He kept coughing out blood. He had clearly suffered a great impact. If it wasn't for the power of the three-boundary stele that only dissipated when he flew out of the burning devil desolate domain, he would probably have died in the burning devil desolate domain. Ji Yufei directly gave him a healing panacea and signaled the demonic rock emperor to stand behind him. After taking the healing panacea, the demonic rock emperor immediately stopped coughing out blood. An extremely powerful demonic aura immediately spread out from his body. Kill. At this moment, the great demon Venerable Ming Xian made his move. 9 rays of demonic light rushed out from his body and turned into 9 extremely sharp sword lights that pierced towards Ji Yufei. Chapter 3107. Ji Yufei had saved the demonic rock emperor, but the great demon Venerable Ming Xian would not let the demonic rock emperor off so easily. However, he would have to get past Ji Yufei first if he wanted to kill the demonic rock emperor. The great demon Venerable Ming Xian unleashed 9 supreme sword lights that pierced towards Ji Yufei. Each sword light pierced through the void, leaving black spatial cracks in the void. The chilly sword chi spread out, causing the temperature of the entire void to drop rapidly. However, when the 9 sword lights pierced in front of Ji Yufei waved his hand. The 9 sword lights were immediately reversed and pierced towards the great demon Venerable Ming Xian. What? The great demon Venerable Ming Xian was shocked. Ever since he started his cultivation, he had roamed the Chaos Fiend territory for countless years and had fought countless life and death battles. However, he had never experienced something like this before. His attack was completely reversed by the opponent, and the opponent was using his killer move to deal with him. Roar. The great demon Venerable Ming Xian roared and directly opened his mouth to suck in the 9 sword lights. The 9 sword lights flew into his mouth and were swallowed by him. What? Behind Ji Yufei, Luo Peng and the others couldn't help but be shocked when they saw this. This guy actually dared to swallow the 9 terrifying sword lights. Wasn't he afraid of being injured by the sword chi? Who are you? Why haven't I heard of you before? The great demon Venerable Ming Xian stared at Ji Yufei and said coldly, "Haha, what a joke. There are countless experts in this world. Don't tell me you know all of them." Ji Yufei laughed heartily. "That's right. Old demon Venerable Ming Xian, you are too arrogant." The demonic rock emperor, who was standing behind Ji Yufei, said disdainfully, "Little guy, do you think that I can't kill you just because someone is protecting you?" Great demon Venerable Ming Xian stared at the demonic rock emperor behind Ji Yufei and said coldly. At the same time, his blood-colored eyes emitted a strange power. In the next moment, the Devil Rock Emperor's expression became lifeless, as if his soul had been taken away in an instant, and he had become a walking corpse. Humph! At this time, Ji Yufei suddenly let out a cold snort. Even though his voice wasn't loud, it was like a morning bell that startled the Devil Rock Emperor. The demonic Rock Emperor's lifeless eyes immediately regained their luster. When he came back to his senses, he immediately broke out in a cold sweat. If it weren't for Ji Yufei, his consciousness would have been trapped in the endless darkness forever, never to wake up. Those who oppose me will never have a good ending. Great demon Venerable Ming Xian stared at Ji Yufei as he spoke with an ominous glint flickering in his eyes. Is that so? Do you know what happened to those who opposed me? Ji Yufei looked at the great demon Venerable and said with a faint smile. Why? Did you kill them all? Great demon Venerable Ming Xian was shocked. This guy was definitely not someone to be trifled with. More or less. Ji Yufei said. Most of those who opposed him were dead, but there were also some who were in hiding, such as the ancient Yuan Celestial Emperor of the Heaven Realm. The methods of the ancient Yuan Celestial Emperor were indeed brilliant. Even Jiyu Fei couldn't find his true body. Even until now, Jiyu Fei hadn't seen the true body of the ancient Yuan celestial emperor. Kill! Great demon Venerable Mingxian roared and attacked directly. A demonic moon rushed out of his body and rushed towards Jiyu Fei. There was nothing more to say, so they could only fight. Jiyu Fei sneered. Then, he took a step forward and threw a punch at the incoming black moon. Boom! The demonic moon was blasted apart by his punch. What? Great demon Venerable Mingxian couldn't help but change his expression. Not only did Lin Fan break his killing technique, Lin Fan also attacked him directly. A fist rapidly enlarged in his eyes. Swoosh! Great demon Venerable Mingxuan's figure instantly disappeared into the void. Jiyu Fei's punch hit empty air, but the violent power didn't erupt. Jiyu Fei didn't want to waste his strength. With his cultivation, he could naturally control his strength at will. As long as he wanted to, he could restrain his strength and not let it leak out. Rumble! At this moment, a huge demonic mountain appeared above Jiyu Fei's head and pressed down on Jiyu Fei. On the demonic mountain, there were ancient demonic marks faintly visible. One hand covers the sky. Jiyu Fei roared in rage as he struck out with his heaven-encompassing palm. A gigantic chaotic palm appeared in the sky and slammed towards the devil mountain that was suppressing down on him. Seeing this scene, everyone was incomparably shocked. The chaotic hand unleashed by Jiyu Fei was much bigger than the demonic mountain that was pressing down from the sky. Boom! The demonic mountain was actually blasted apart by the chaotic hand. Countless demonic marks directly dissipated in the void. Pitch-black dust rose high into the sky. The sky was trembling as if it would collapse at any time. Terrifying energy waves spread in all directions. All the devil experts were stunned by the scene in front of them. Mingxuan's demonic mountain was actually blasted apart by the black-robed young man with a single palm. How could this be possible? One must know that Mingxian was a great demon venerable. That demonic mountain was a mountain that was cut off from the real demonic mountain. This mountain was obtained by great demon venerable Mingxian and he refined it into a powerful killing weapon of the devil path. Once the demonic mountain was used, it was enough to kill a great demon venerable. But now, this demonic weapon that could kill a great demon venerable was blasted apart by a palm from Jiyu Fei. Jiyu Fei's heaven-covering palm was much more powerful than the demonic mountain. Just when Jiyu Fei blasted the demonic mountain, a demonic shadow suddenly appeared behind Jiyu Fei. A demonic light was as fast as lightning and directly pierced through the back of Jiyu Fei's head. Swoosh! In the next moment, Jiyu Fei's figure suddenly disappeared in the void. It was as if he had instantly blended into the surrounding void. Great demon venerable Mingxian was taken aback. The peerless sword light that he struck out only pierced through the void. It couldn't even touch the opponent's clothes, let alone kill this guy. At this time, all the devil experts who were watching the battle could no longer sense the existence of Jiyu Fei. Jiyu Fei seemed to have completely disappeared. Master, Demonic Rock Emperor and the others were extremely shocked when they saw this. In the next moment, Jiyu Fei's figure appeared beside Great Demon Venerable Mingxian. Without hesitation, he directly swept his hand towards Great Demon Venerable Mingxian. Jiyu Fei's palm quickly swept across the void. The void shattered and a pitch-black spatial crack appeared in the void. Bang! Great Demon Eminence Mingxian suddenly turned around and kicked out with his knee. His knee collided with Jiyu Fei's hand blade, and the two forces collided against each other. Then, the two figures quickly separated. The violent force directly sent Great Demon Venerable Mingxian flying tens of thousands of feet away. His knee was badly mutilated. But in the next moment, the injury on Great Demon Venerable Mingxuan's right knee healed. On the other hand, Jiyu Fei was only sent thousands of feet away by his opponent's force. His right hand was not injured at all. It was just a little numb. What a strong physique. A Great Demon Venerable muttered in the distance. No one knew if he was talking about Jiyu Fei or Great Demon Venerable Mingxian. Great Demon Venerable Mingxian was extremely shocked. He had never expected Lin Fan's physique to be so strong that it could actually hurt him. You're only SOSO. If this is all you've got, then you can go to hell. After saying that, Jiyu Fei took a step forward, pressing his way towards the great demon monarch Mingxian. An extremely formidable atmosphere of coercion burst out from his body, causing the entire world to shake. Damn it! How dare you look down on me? Great demon venerable Mingxian was shocked and furious. This guy was too despicable. He gritted his teeth and bit the tip of his tongue, activating a secret technique of the demonic path. In the next moment, great demon venerable Mingxuan's body emitted a shocking demonic might. Monstrous demonic qi erupted from his body, enveloping the entire void. Mingxian is going all out. These words came from the demon palace in the distant sky. Even if he goes all out, he won't be able to win. In another direction, amidst the endless demonic qi, a stone coffin was floating. Demonic will fluctuations were emitted from the stone coffin. Shadow Demon Venerable, who was at the peak of the demon mountain, didn't say anything. He was very quiet. The other great demon venerables didn't think Mingxian would win either because the combat strength that Jiyu Fei displayed was too strong, far surpassing that of ordinary great demon venerables. At this moment, under the activation of the secret technique of the demonic path, the demonic essence in Mingxuan's body was burning, releasing the strongest demonic energy. The void around him was constantly collapsing. The waves of demonic energy from his body shook the heavens and earth, terrifying to the extreme. Interesting. Seeing this scene, Jiyu Fei was still very calm, as though he wasn't afraid of the current great demon venerable Mingxian. Go to hell! Great demon venerable Mingxian roared and pounced towards Jiyu Fei. His movement triggered a great destruction, causing the entire void to collapse. Haha, the one who will die will be you. Jiyu Fei laughed and took a step forward, instantly dodging the great demon venerable Mingxian. He then grabbed the great demon venerable Mingxuan's shoulder and threw him away. Boom! With a loud bang, a mountain immediately fell from the sky, causing dust to soar into the sky. At the same time, a demonic figure rushed out from the scattered dust. He then opened his mouth and inhaled. An extremely terrifying devouring power immediately spread out. Jiyu Fei only felt his body tighten, and he was involuntarily flying towards the great demon venerable Mingxuan's mouth. Haha, this guy wants to devour me. Chapter 3108. Great demon venerable Netherworld displayed a powerful demonic technique. He opened his mouth and inhaled. A heaven-devouring power erupted, as if the entire world was about to be devoured by him. At this time, Jiyu Fei felt his body tighten. His body flew towards great demon venerable Netherworld involuntarily and was devoured by him. Haha, I thought you were powerful, but you were still devoured by this venerable. Great demon venerable Netherworld laughed crazily. He was pleasantly surprised that he was able to devour Jiyu Fei. He immediately sat cross-legged and operated his demonic technique, wanting to refine Jiyu Fei. What, at this time, Luo Peng and the others, who saw the scene of Jiyu Fei being devoured, were scared out of their wits. One must know that once Jiyu Fei died, they would also suffer. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld would never let the people of Mystical Demon Mountain go. Jiyu Fei is dead. At this time, Mystical Demon Mountain Lord, who hadn't met up with Jiyu Fei and the others, was standing on a mountain peak in the distance. He saw the scene in the sky, but he was very calm. Because he could sense that the restriction Jiyu Fei planted in his body hadn't disappeared. In other words, although Jiyu Fei was devoured by Great Demon Venerable Netherworld, he didn't die. Haha, Jiyu Fei is still alive this time. In a demonic cloud in the distance, two fellows were sneakily looking in the direction of Great Demon Venerable Netherworld. They were both surprised and delighted. Once Jiyu Fei died, Mystical Demon Mountain would no longer be a threat. At that time, the Falling Moon Demon Palace would be able to unify the Western Domain and become the overlord of the entire demon world. Of course, this was only a guess, because the forces of the Central Domain also had their eyes on the Western Domain. There was no guarantee that no other foreign domain forces would come to compete with the Falling Moon Demon Palace for the Western Domain's territory. Rumble, at this time, the sound of wind and thunder came from Great Demon Venerable Netherworld's body. He wanted to refine and devour Jiyu Fei, but he soon discovered that he couldn't refine Jiyu Fei. How could this be? Great demon Venerable Ming Xian was both startled and angry. At this time, Ji Yufei actually sat cross-legged inside his body, then operated Xian Qi to resist the devilish power's corrosion. Just play with you, Ji Yufei said. At the same time, a sword chime came from his body. 9 sword lights of absolute heaven rushed out from his body and pierced through the surroundings. The 9 sword lights were full of killing power, and each of them could cut down the stars in the sky. However, in this dark void, the 9 sword lights couldn't break through the void. After the 9 sword lights that Ji Yufei sent out broke through the layers of devil qi, they finally dissipated into the void. What powerful corrosive magic! Ji Yufei couldn't help but be shocked. It should be known that he cultivated the peerless sword scripture created by celestial sovereign Tianju. The power of the celestial extinction sword ray was naturally unquestionable. The corrosive mana here could actually corrode the heaven's end sword light. This kind of mana was naturally extraordinary. However, the corrosive mana couldn't hurt Ji Yufei at all. At this time, in the burning devil desolate domain, another battle was going on. The power of the 3 boundary stele was erupting, trying to suppress the powerful devil Dao energy in the burning devil desolate domain. The 3 boundary stele was an extreme Dao artifact, but it was incomplete, so it couldn't unleash the ultimate power of an extreme Dao artifact. Of course, the demonic power in the burning devil desolate domain was not a complete extreme demonic power. When the 2 extreme powers collided, the powerful pressure that spread out from the depths of the burning devil desolate domain caused the countless creatures outside the desolate domain to be terrified to the extreme. The weaker devil Dao living beings had already retreated far away, but some incomparably powerful great demon venerables didn't retreat. Because this was an extremely rare opportunity. There was actually an extreme Dao artifact suppressing the extreme devil Dao energy in the burning devil desolate domain. In this way, the danger in the burning devil desolate domain was reduced to the minimum. At this time, the supreme power that rushed out from the 3 boundary stele dispersed the demonic clouds that shrouded the sky above the burning devil desolate domain, and the strange demonic blood rain finally stopped. The blood shadows that were wandering on the blood-red ground also disappeared. The blood-red rainwater formed streams on the ground, but very quickly, the blood-red rainwater seeped into the ground and disappeared. The ground of the desolate domain began to emit black gas. It was traces of devil qi, and very quickly, the ground was enveloped by a layer of black devil qi. Swoosh! At this time, the demonic coffin in the distant sky moved. It actually directly rushed into the burning devil desolate domain, and instantly disappeared inside. What? The great leaders of the devil Dao, who were still observing, were shocked when they saw this. Then, they all rode on demonic light and black gas, and rushed into the burning devil desolate domain to fight for the peerless devil treasure. Of course, these great leaders of the devil Dao dared to rush into the burning devil desolate domain because they had something to rely on. Some of the great leaders of the devil Dao directly used the forbidden treasures of the demons. Shadow Demon Sovereign stepped on the Devil Mountain and rushed over. The Devil Mountain under his feet emitted a dazzling devil light, and the huge mountain looked as though it was burning. The shadow of a dragon faintly appeared on the Devil Mountain, and it emitted a supreme devil qi. It was actually able to resist the might of the extreme devil Dao that surged out from the burning devil desolate domain. The other great leaders of the demons also used their trump cards, and it was also because of this that these great leaders of the demons dared to rush into the burning devil desolate domain to fight for the peerless devil treasure. Very quickly, the great leaders of the demons started fighting for the peerless devil treasure. The might of the powerful forbidden treasures exploded, and it was as though the extreme devil ancestor had appeared in the burning devil desolate domain. The great leaders of the demons used their extreme devil qi. Just when the great leaders of the demons did not hesitate to use their forbidden treasures to fight in the burning devil desolate domain, in the sky outside the desolate domain, a demon palace faintly appeared in the boundless devil qi. That was the temporary imperial residence of the fallen moon demon palace's moon demon. The moon demon didn't seem to be in a hurry. She continued to observe and let those fellows fight for the peerless devil treasure first. Of course, the moon demon wasn't the only one who had such an idea. In the other directions, there were also powerful auras surging out. Some great leaders of the demons also didn't make a move. However, at this moment, the battle between Jiyu Fei and the great demon Venerable Mingxian had reached a crucial moment. The body of Jiyu Fei, who was swallowed by the great demon Venerable Mingxian, began to emit a tyrannical energy wave. The chaotic energy was vast, and the pitch-black void was constantly trembling. 9 primal chaos Dao patterns emerged on Jiyu Fei's body. "Open for me!" Jiyu Fei, who was sitting cross-legged in the void, roared. The chaotic energy in his body suddenly erupted, and the void was crumbling. 9 primal chaos Dao patterns were imprinted in all directions. The void around Jiyu Fei's body was immediately destroyed. At the same time, the body of the great demon Venerable Mingxian, who was sitting cross-legged in the sky, suddenly trembled. Demonic light radiated from his body like a ball of burning demonic fire. Countless demonic patterns emerged and intertwined on his body, forming a demonic diagram that sealed his body. The power emitted by the demonic diagram even directly obliterated Jiyu Fei's body. However, all of this was futile. Jiyu Fei's power was out of control. He stood up from the pitch-black void inside the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's body and directly displayed the heaven-covering palm. A huge chaos hand appeared in the pitch-black void, and the endless devil Dao's heaven-covering palm was forcibly broken apart. Roar! The Mingxian demon Exalt roared out furiously. His demonic body had actually swelled up like an inflated sack from the extremely powerful chaotic force that had erupted from within him. The nearby great demon leaders were incomparably shocked to see this scene. One should know that the great demon Venerable Mingxian was definitely not a weakling. He was an expert among the great demon venerables. Rumble! A thunderous sound came from the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's body. Cracks actually appeared on his swollen demonic body, and demonic blood seeped out from the cracks. All the great demon leaders were extremely shocked to see this scene. It was really unbelievable that the black-clothed young man was actually so powerful. Could it be that he could explode the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's demonic body? Luo Peng and the others, who had already retreated far away, were all dumbfounded when they saw this scene. Not only did their master not die, but he even made the great demon Venerable into such a miserable state. "Master won't die so easily," said the demonic Rock Emperor. He was very confident in Jiyu Fei. It should be known that his master even had an extreme Dao artifact. Naturally, he was not afraid of the great demon Venerable Mingxian. In fact, the most important thing was that Jiyu Fei had once defeated Madman Mo, who cultivated the invincible demon body. Even Madman Mo, who cultivated the invincible demon body, was not a match for Jiyu Fei. Even if the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's cultivation was higher than Madman Mo, it would still be difficult for him to kill Jiyu Fei in an instant. Because it was very unrealistic. Just when the demonic Rock Emperor and the others were inexplicably shocked, the great demon Venerable Mingxian suddenly roared. Then, with a boom sound, the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's demonic body actually exploded and turned into a mass of blood mist. A large chaotic hand directly slapped out of the blood mist, rushed up to the sky, and then dissipated in the void. At the same time, a figure directly broke through the layers of blood mist and walked out of the void. That person was Jiyu Fei, who had been swallowed into the great demon Venerable Mingxuan's body. When he saw Jiyu Fei appear again, the demonic Rock Emperor was the most excited. It should be known that the demonic Rock Emperor was relying on Jiyu Fei, not Mystic Demon Mountain Master. If Jiyu Fei died, the demonic Rock Emperor would definitely not have a good ending. He and those guys from Mystic Demon Mountain didn't like each other. However, as long as Jiyu Fei was alive, those guys from Mystic Demon Mountain wouldn't dare to do anything to him. At this time, the mass of blood mist rolled and quickly gathered together. A demonic figure appeared in the blood mist. The great demon Venerable Mingxian once again appeared in the world. "You are too weak." Jiyu Fei looked at the peerless great demon Venerable Mingxian, who was staring at him fiercely, and said with a faint smile. "What?" The great demon Venerable Mingxian almost fainted when he heard this. This guy actually said that he was too weak. Who did he think he was? Extreme Demon Ancestor? Chapter 3109. From Jiyu Fei's point of view, The great demon's sovereign eminence was really weak. If he wanted to kill this guy, it would naturally be a piece of cake. However, he wanted to play with him first. Kill. The great demon's sovereign eminence was enraged. He had never been looked down upon like this before. He directly turned into a terrifying demonic beast and pounced towards Jiu Fei fiercely. It was a demonic beast as huge as a mountain. It had the body of a dragon, but there was a pair of blood-colored bone wings on its back. There were no horns on its ferocious head, but its mouth and eyes were spitting out demonic light. This was the first time Jiu Fei had seen such a demonic beast. Blood-winged demonic dragon. This name popped up in Jiu Fei's mind. He had read the memories of Crazy Mo's primordial spirit before, so he knew many things about the Chaos Fiend realm. The blood-winged demonic dragon was a powerful race among the demons, and the great demon's sovereign eminence was one of the experts of this race. Jiu Fei had thoroughly infuriated the great demon's sovereign Mingxian, causing the great demon's sovereign to reveal his true form. The mountainous blood-winged demonic dragon opened its mouth and spat out a stream of demonic fire at Jiu Fei. Boom! A ball of demonic fire exploded, instantly enveloping Jiu Fei. Under the envelopment of the demonic fire, the void was silently annihilated. This demonic fire was very domineering, as if it could burn everything in the world. Even a great demon sovereign would be half dead if he was enveloped by this demonic fire. "I'll burn you to death, you bastard!" The blood-winged demonic dragon roared. It seemed to have fallen into a state of madness. At the same time, 12 blood-colored bone spikes shot out from its blood-colored bone wings. Each bone spike turned into a blood-colored demonic rainbow, directly piercing towards Jiu Fei in the demonic fire. At this time, Jiu Fei stood in the demonic fire. The chaotic divine shield protected his body, blocking the demonic fire that could annihilate the void outside his body. In the next moment, the 12 blood-red beams directly broke through the demonic flames and pierced towards Jiu Fei. The 12 bone spurs displayed their strongest power. This was Great Demon Venerable Netherworld's killer move. No one had ever forced Great Demon Venerable Netherworld to use his 12 bone spurs to kill an enemy. This was the first time. However, when the 12 bone spurs pierced Guam Fei's protective chaotic divine light, they were all blown away. They failed to break through the layer of chaotic divine light around Jiu Fei's body. Shua. At this moment, Jiu Fei used the 8 desolation steps and instantly disappeared into the void. When he reappeared, he was already outside of the area enveloped by the demonic flames. Rumble, Jiu Fei directly stretched out his hand, and a large chaotic hand immediately appeared in the void. It descended from the sky and with a boom, it directly hit the body of the huge blood-winged demonic dragon. The blood-winged demonic dragon let out a blood-curdling shriek. It was directly smashed from the sky by the large chaotic hand that descended from the sky. With a boom, it directly smashed a mountain below and directly smashed into the ground. Rumble, the ground shook violently, and dust rose high into the sky. It was as if doomsday had arrived. It was extremely terrifying. The ground kept collapsing, and in an instant, a huge pit appeared on the ground. However, this scene of destruction shocked all the experts of the demons who saw this scene. It was really unbelievable that someone could actually defeat Great Demon Venerable Netherworld so easily. There was no doubt that Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was powerful. Especially the blood-winged demonic dragon clan behind Great Demon Venerable Netherworld. This clan was definitely one of the most powerful demons in the central region, or even the entire chaotic demon world. This clan did not only have one Great Demon Venerable Netherworld. There was also a super antique in this clan who had lived for countless years. The ancestor of the blood-winged demonic dragon clan had even lived through the darkest period of the chaotic demon world. With that super antique in charge of the blood-winged demonic dragon clan, naturally, no other forces dared to touch this clan. Thus, the blood-winged demonic dragon clan had been passed down to this day. Roar. A furious roar came from the ground, and a terrifying demonic aura erupted. The entire ground trembled, and the void collapsed, forming pitch-black cracks in the void. The mighty power of the demonic path caused the earth to undulate violently like waves. Mountains collapsed, and the dark cracks on the ground spread into the distance. The scene of destruction reappeared. Just as the ground shook and dust filled the sky, a demonic shadow broke through the soil and rocks, shooting up into the sky. Swoosh! There was a flash of blood-red light, and the 12 demonic rainbows flew out of nowhere, piercing towards Gu Fei. At this time, there was still a ball of demonic fire burning in the sky. It would not be extinguished, as it was the source of demonic fire in the blood-winged demonic dragon's body. The demonic dragon opened its mouth and inhaled. The burning ball of demonic fire immediately flew back to the demonic dragon and was swallowed. At this time, Gu Fei used his hand as a sword and used the 9 heaven punishing swords. The 12 blood-red bone spurs piercing towards him were all cut in half, and they fell from the sky. The demonic patterns within the bone spurs were also destroyed, and the powerful bone weapons were destroyed just like that. Even some of the great demon venerables felt their hearts ache when they saw this. It should be noted that the 12 bone spurs were bone weapons that Great Demon Venerable Netherworld had refined for countless years, and they were very powerful. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was shocked. This opponent was ridiculously strong. It seemed that he had no choice but to use his final trump card. If you have any skills, hurry up and use them. Otherwise, you won't have a chance anymore. Gu Fei looked at the huge blood-winged demonic dragon in front of him contemptuously. Master will definitely win. At this time, the demonic rock emperor, who saw this scene from afar, was extremely excited. The stronger Gu Fei was, the more advantageous it would be for him. It did not seem to be a bad thing to be able to follow such a powerful master. Of course, not everyone had the same idea as him, because once Gu Fei died, they would be free. However, this seemed impossible. I'll die with you. The blood-winged demonic dragon roared and directly rushed towards Gu Fei. Dazzling demonic fire erupted from its entire body, burning from the inside out. This demonic beast was burning its own demonic aura, as if it really wanted to die with Gu Fei. Haha, it's not up to you to die with me. It's better for you to die by yourself. Gu Fei laughed and said. Then, a wave of power that was so powerful that it made the blood-winged demonic dragon's heart tremble erupted from his body. What? The blood-winged demonic dragon could not help but be shocked. It realized that this black-clothed young man was still holding back and had not used his full strength. Chapter 31:10. Gu Fei's strength had far exceeded Great Demon Venerable Netherworld's expectation. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld wasn't Gu Fei's opponent at all. He was completely suppressed by Gu Fei. However, Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was an expert of the blood-winged demonic dragon clan after all. He had many trump cards. Great Demon Venerable Netherworld was risking his life. If he didn't use his last trump card, he wouldn't have another chance to use it. Therefore, a demonic tool flew out from Great Demon Venerable Netherworld's body, emitting endless demonic might. It was a demonic jar without a lid. This demonic jar looked very ordinary, but it wasn't ordinary at the moment. This demonic jar was actually swallowing the world. A large area of the void was being swallowed by the demonic jar. This was a shocking scene. The void was collapsing and being destroyed as it was being swallowed by the demonic jar. What? This thing is actually in the hands of the blood-winged demonic dragon clan? In the distant sky, a leader of the demons exclaimed. Obviously, this leader of the demons had recognized the demonic jar. Heaven-devouring demonic jar. A leader of the demons muttered to himself. The heaven-devouring demonic jar was a famous demonic tool in the primal chaos demonic world. Moreover, it was an extreme demonic tool. Once this extreme demonic tool appeared, the world would change color. It was extremely terrifying. Even the leaders of the demons had to flee far away. Some demons who couldn't flee in time screamed and flew towards the demonic jar, getting swallowed by it. Even Gu Fei was no exception. He couldn't help but fly towards the demonic jar in the sky. A large area of the void was collapsing and being annihilated. Then, it was swallowed by the demonic jar. Seeing this scene, mysterious demon mountain lord couldn't help but reveal a cold smile on his face. Master, at this time, demonic rock emperor had a bitter look on his face. He had never thought that great demon Venerable Netherworld would have such a heaven-defying demonic tool like the heaven-devouring demonic jar. The heaven-devouring demonic jar was a famous extreme demonic tool in the primal chaos demonic world. However, it had been lost for countless years. Nobody would have thought that this demonic jar was actually in the hands of the blood-winged demonic dragon clan. However, this magic jar was incomplete. Only the body of the jar was missing a lid. The separation of the devil jar and the devil lid greatly reduced the power of this extreme path devil tool. But even so, the power of the heaven-devouring devil jar was countless times stronger than the devil tools refined by the great demon venerables. There was no comparison between the two. Without any suspense, Gu Fei was directly swallowed by the heaven-devouring demonic jar. "Haha, I asked you to be arrogant. What, you can't be arrogant now?" Great demon Venerable Mingxian madly laughed. At this time, he also felt exhausted. The demonic fire on his body began to gradually extinguish. The reason why he was burning his demonic essence was because he was activating the heaven-devouring demonic jar. People would think that he was burning his devil essence to fight with Gu Fei. Of course, to a certain extent, great demon Venerable Mystery was actually risking his life. The heaven-devouring demonic jar was his final trump card. If he still couldn't kill Gu Fei, then he would be the one to die. Rumble. The heaven-devouring demonic jar was shaking. Endless demonic energy surged. Ancient demonic runes appeared on the surface of the jar. Great demon Venerable Mystery wanted to activate the heaven-devouring demonic jar to refine Gu Fei. At this time, Gu Fei entered a pitch-black void. There was nothing here. Not even light could exist. Buzz. In the next moment, a black saber flew out from his body and fell into his hand. A powerful force immediately burst out from the black saber and enveloped Gu Fei. "Extreme Path Dao Tool." A voice resounded. Then, a figure walked out from the endless darkness of the void. It was a black-robed youth. This black-robed youth didn't have a trace of demonic energy on his body. Devil Tool Spirit. Gu Fei couldn't help but be shocked when he saw this black-robed youth. He didn't expect this devil tool to have an artifact spirit. Could it be a complete extreme path demon tool? This was definitely not a good thing for Gu Fei. It should be known that an extreme path demon tool with a devil tool spirit could compete with an extreme path Dao tool. Facing a devil tool with a devil tool spirit was simply facing an extreme path demon ancestor. Peerless Ominous Saber. I didn't expect to see my old opponent again. The black-robed youth looked at the black saber in Gu Fei's hand and suddenly smiled strangely. His blood-red eyes flickered with a sharp light. "What did you say?" Gu Fei couldn't help but be moved when he heard this. The outcome of the battle back then was not decided. "Since we meet again today, let's fight again." The black-robed youth ignored Gu Fei. He only stared at the black saber in Gu Fei's hand and said. Seeing that he was actually ignored by the devil tool spirit, Gu Fei couldn't help smiling bitterly. He then shook his head helplessly. This was the first time he was ignored by the other party. Of course, the devil tool spirit was indeed qualified to ignore him. At this time, a dragon shadow appeared on the black saber in Gu Fei's hand. That dragon shadow turned into a human figure and stood in front of Gu Fei with its back facing Gu Fei. "Chumph, Heaven Shalaro has already been killed. How can you say that the outcome of the battle was not decided?" The peerless Ominous Saber's saber spirit said coldly. "He is him, I am me." The black-robed youth said disapprovingly. "Since that's the case, let's fight." After saying that, the peerless Ominous Saber's saber spirit immediately took a step forward and attacked the black-robed youth. The resplendent saber light directly broke this pitch-black world. The black-robed youth went up to meet it. The two figures moved quickly and started fighting in this endless Hei Tian land. This, Gu Fei was incomparably shocked when he saw this scene. The two artifact spirits were actually fighting. This was simply a battle between extreme supremes. Being able to witness such a battle was a good thing for Gu Fei. Rumble. The entire Hei Tian land shook as the terrifying might of the extreme Dao burst out. The two artifact spirits were fighting without any scruples. However, This was the inner world of the heaven-devouring evil jar after all. The void was extremely stable. Even the peerless ominous saber's artifact spirit couldn't tear the void here. This was a battle between artifact spirits. The heaven-devouring evil jar was still sealing this part of the world, while the black saber in Jiu Fei's hand was protecting Jiu Fei. In this way, the power of the heaven-devouring evil jar naturally couldn't hurt Jiu Fei at all. This allowed him to watch this battle with peace of mind. This was a different kind of battle. The two extreme supremes were fighting and displaying their ultimate profoundness. Being able to watch this battle was also a great inspiration for Jiu Fei. His cultivation had already reached the quasi-supreme's realm. If he could comprehend something from this battle, it would be very helpful for him on the path to supremes. Chapter 31:11. Inside the heaven-devouring demon jar, the demon spirit of the jar and the saber soul of the peerless ominous saber were fighting. This was a different kind of battle, a battle between two extreme Daos. Terrifying energy spread out, causing the entire heaven-devouring demon jar to tremble. It was incomparably terrifying. If it wasn't for the power of the peerless ominous saber protecting him, Jiu Fei wouldn't even be able to withstand a single strand of extreme Daos. A single strand of extreme Daos was enough to crush the heavens and earth. Jiu Fei was only a quasi-sovereign, not a true sovereign. No one knew better than him how terrifying the might of a sovereign was, because he had seen the power and terror of a sovereign more than once. The saber soul of the peerless ominous saber was extremely ferocious. It was the most ferocious divine weapon in the world. The figure formed by the saber soul displayed a terrifying combat strength that could dominate the 9 heavens and 10 earths, sending the black-robed young man flying. The peerless ominous saber is indeed ferocious. The black-robed young man coldly said, then directly rushed forward, opening his mouth to devour the figure formed by the saber soul of the peerless ominous saber. This was his territory. This suction force seemed to be able to devour the entire heavens and earth. Even Jiu Fei felt a force pulling him. However, at this moment, the peerless ominous saber in Jiu Fei's hand erupted with an even more powerful extreme Daos, protecting him within it. No matter how strong the suction force was, he remained unmoving like a mountain. The saber soul of the peerless ominous saber coldly snorted. He stretched out his hand, and a huge dragon claw appeared in the void, slapping towards the black-robed young man. The extreme Daos erupted, and the dragon claw blocked the heaven-devouring force. At the same time, the black-robed young man's figure disappeared in the void. In the next moment, he silently appeared behind the saber soul. Bang! The black-robed young man directly slapped the peerless and domineering figure away. Kill! The black-robed young man roared, and once again disappeared in the void. This was his territory, he was the ruler here. Even the peerless ominous saber would be suppressed. Roar! At this moment, the peerless figure suddenly roared angrily. An invisible sound wave instantly spread out. Then, a transparent human-shaped ripple appeared in the void. Boom! Without any hesitation, that peerless figure threw a punch at that figure. This was an incomparably domineering killing technique of the dragon race. Its power was violent to the extreme. The figure hidden in the void was immediately blasted out by the peerless figure's punch. In front of me, no one can hide from me. The ferocious figure roared. In the next moment, he turned into a dazzling blade light and slashed at the black-robed youth who had just fallen out of the void. This was the extreme Dao of saber light. Its might was unimaginable. Wherever the saber light passed, it actually left behind a spatial crack in the pitch-black void. At the same time, in the outside world, a crack appeared on the wall of the huge heaven-devouring devil jar. However, the crack disappeared in an instant. The aura of the extreme Dao was vast and mighty. No one could get close to the heaven-devouring devil jar. Naturally, no one could see the crack that appeared and disappeared in the blink of an eye. After the heaven-devouring devil jar appeared, all the experts of the demons retreated immediately. Even the leaders of the demons were nowhere to be seen. At this moment, a huge battle broke out in the burning demon desolate domain. The aura of the extreme Dao of demonic weapons spread out. Some of the leaders of the demons had brought the extreme Dao of demonic weapons over. As for the great demon Venerable Mingxian, he was nowhere to be seen. Originally, he was using all his strength to activate the heaven-devouring devil jar. However, at this moment, the heaven-devouring devil jar automatically activated. At this moment, in a mountain range tens of thousands of miles away from the heaven-devouring devil jar, two leaders of the demon Dao were confronting each other. Black Demon Mountain Lord, where do you think you're going? In the sky above the mountain range, a powerful demonic shadow was speaking. Terrifying demonic might erupted from his body, causing all the living creatures in the mountain range to be terrified to the extreme. In front of this demonic shadow was the Black Demon Mountain Lord. Mingxian, I think you're really tired of living. The Black Demon Mountain Lord stared at the demonic shadow in front of him. A ray of light flashed in the depths of his blood-red eyes. This guy actually dared to chase after him. He was simply courting death. When Mingxian was fighting with Ji Yufei, he was repeatedly injured by Ji Yufei. He suffered a great impact and even burned his demonic source energy. In this way, Mingxuan's vitality was naturally greatly damaged. On the other hand, the Black Demon Mountain Lord still maintained his peak state. Under such circumstances, the Black Demon Mountain Lord was no longer afraid of the experts of the blood-winged Demon Dragon clan. Haha, you're the one who's tired of living. Let me send you on your way. The great demon Venerable Mingxian grinned as he stared at the Black Demon Mountain Lord and said. At this time, in the distant sky, two guys were looking at the Black Demon Mountain Lord. These two guys were Liu Mo and Mo Kuei. It had to be said that these two jinxes were quite lucky. When the great battle broke out, these two guys once again ran away in advance. Great Demon Eminence Mingxian took a step forward and directly attacked the Black Demon Mountain Lord. A shocking murderous aura immediately erupted from his body. Without saying too much, the Black Demon Mountain Lord and Great Demon Eminence Mingxian started fighting. This was a great battle between Great Demon Eminences. Terrifying demonic might spread out, causing the mountains to shake. High in the sky, two figures were moving at high speed. From time to time, the sky would crack and crack in the dark space. Fight, fight. It's best if both of them suffer. In the distant sky, Liu Mo and Mo Kuei, who were hiding in the clouds, were nervously watching the battle in front of them. They couldn't wait for Great Demon Eminence Mingxian to kill the Black Demon Mountain Lord. However, the Black Demon Mountain Lord was full of energy. After all, Great Demon Eminence Mingxian was injured in the battle with Ji Yufei. It was impossible for Great Demon Eminence Mingxian to defeat the Black Demon Mountain Lord in a short time. At this time, high in the sky outside the burning demon desolate domain, the heaven-devouring demon jar was shaking. The mouth of the jar was constantly swallowing and spitting demonic light, as if something was about to rush out of the jar. The ominous saber was incomparably ferocious. It was the most ferocious extreme Dao tool since ancient times. The great battle in the heaven-devouring demon jar had reached its most crucial moment. The ominous saber's saber soul, which had turned into a tyrannical figure, kept forcing the black-clothed youngster to retreat. It was extremely powerful. H, you dare to challenge me with a damaged extreme Dao tool? You really don't know the meaning of death. As the middle-aged man formed by the ominous saber's saber soul spoke, he sent the black-clothed youngster flying again.